place. It's a good world. Good world gone bad.
Oh, he's not even ready. Look at him over there. I don't even.
Woo! Woo!
Oh, that hurt.
Man, I'm off the W right now, energized and amped up.
Oh,
I don't even feel jittery.
This is What Goes Bump Tonight. I'm your host, Riley Clark, and alongside me today is
Trevor Jensen, who KOs his feet onto chairs. Holy fuck, that hurt.
we go hard, hardcore, parkour in the chat. He's in the chat. And we have a special guest tonight, our good friend, Tommy Amongst The Tombstones.
that would be me.
That would be this
W.
guy. That is
W.
on the left or right of your screen.
Should be on the right.
But yes.
We're
so
dyslexic. Leave us alone.
You may have seen on social media that we also recently partnered with a energy drink company called W. And we got our sample packs today. And we're actually going to do a live review for you guys while we're talking to Tommy. Let you know if it keeps us focused, energized, concentrated, all the things that they say.
It passes the taste test. I'll give it that already.
I haven't even tried it yet. So
The Dragonade flavor, fucking dank. Not gonna lie.
that's fire. Save some money at checkout down below. Use code Whatgoesbump tonight.
Oh, and if anybody plays Apex in the chat and you want to jump on some Apex tonight, I'm gonna be all dubbed up. So.
But with that being said, Tommy is here to talk about, of course, his paranormal experiences, drink some beer with us, and hopefully buy some W at the end of this, too.
What's the creator code?
What goes bump?
What goes bump?
We'll run it across the
You got
screen
we got
for you.
banners
Screen.
made. Look at how official you are.
Oh.
Ooh, looks good.
Mm.
Looks good. Almost as good as Tommy over there.
Oh, man.
All right,
Thank
let's
you,
be
Trevor.
realistic though. How long does it take you to get that mustache looking that proper every day?
Dude, I get out of the shower, dude, and it just does it.
And it just by itself, it just curls and twists.
Dude, it just naturally goes.
Oh my
Made
god.
for it.
So can we call that the newest superpower to add to the Marvel universe?
Dude, if I didn't have this, there would be no channel. Like, I'm done. Might as well quit at this point, you know?
I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
My friend. Mustache makes you.
The mustache is everything. Every
It
time I
is.
grow one, I just look like a homeless dirt squirrel. So I mean, there's that.
What is she doing in the background?
She was eating. She wanted to watch, so we said, "Do your thing back
Things
there."
are always
Jude."
going bump.
Was she eating like dog food down there or something?
Pretty much. We only give her kibbles.
Her and Buttons are sharing the cat food.
It looks even funnier and coming back.
Oh my god.
Oh, this started off on a really banging note. I love this.
So, Tommy, the people may or may not know that I once upon a time gifted you a child that is sitting on a.
Okay,
Oh,
that
yeah,
sounds
behind you.
so unbelievably dirty.
Oh, if I don't fall over.
I gifted you a child.
I did. It's a haunted doll.
Giveth you a child.
And it is
There
a
she
child
be.
doll.
There
Yes.
she blow.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That is really fucking creepy, though. That's the
Yeah,
first time
so-
I've seen it in action now.
I saw this thing on eBay, and it said it was haunted. And so how long ago was this, Riley?
It had to have been like 4 months at least, probably longer
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, because I saw that and I was like, if someone wants to throw a donation for me to get this haunted doll, I'll send you like some shirt and some bones. And then bam, there was Riley. He fucking sent me that shit like 5 minutes later. I was like, bro.
Dude, it's the funniest thing though is because we were 100% talking about Divic boxes and haunted objects at that point, and he was like, "No shit."
I was so close to buying one for myself, and then I was like, I don't know if I want that in the house or not. Like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. And then you just posted something. I'm like, well, if Tommy wants one, I'll buy it for him.
And now look at it. We're just keeping it in the whole crew.
Yes,
and
sir.
I love it.
Is it really haunted? I don't know yet.
Right.
I have had some weird occurrences here. The big thing that happens here, which is very odd, is the toilet seat lid will just crash down randomly.
Really?
Randomly. Yeah. And dude, like, how the hell is that thing falling down? Like, even with like trucks drive by here and stuff, and vibrations in the house, and it's not falling down.
I was
I've
just
seen it
gonna say,
happen
is there
4
a
or 5
vent by
times.
it?
No.
No. Yeah, that's the only other thing I could have thought of. No, I don't know. Then that's really suspicious.
Yeah, and it's like, is the ghost want to take a shit, or is it telling me, hey, it's time to take a shit? I don't know. It's you like...
left the toilet seat up again. Slam. I mean, that's what
So I don't
can
know.
tell.
So I don't know. I really want to take this thing on an investigation. Actually, I probably should bring it to the next one just to see what happens.
What, you want to use it a trigger object? You think?
Yeah, I don't know. See if it brings more activity. I mean, it's from the 50s. It was in this dude's their parents' toy shop, and apparently this was labeled as one of the mischievous dolls that they would come into the shop in the mornings, and it was found out of its case on the ground. And it happened multiple times. So I don't know.
Did they have any cameras running at that point, or were they just the cheapos that were like, "Huh, it's weird, cool, put it back"?
I didn't ask that much. You know.
Oh, I would have been prying too hard.
I guess I could. I could go back and message him if I wanted to on my eBay.
I mean,
messages,
it almost seems like it would be worth a shot. Because I mean,
yeah.
Could you imagine like seeing like the case open and it fall out? Like that's
right. And they were
dude,
they were selling like 5-6 dolls like this. They look just horrifying. All from like the 50s and 40s and stuff.
After you sent it to me.
Dude, that fucking thing's eyes, like it's drawing me in, and it's fucking creepy. It's so fucking creepy.
Is its head like wobbly too?
I mean, like if you move its legs like this, it like moves its head.
Oh, that's even creepier,
and then it's like one of those that like should like blink and stuff, you know?
That's fucked up. I feel like it's about to ask me for my second born child.
You want to see something else? You want to see something crazy?
Old Greg's got a mangina.
Yeah, there you go. He's got flashed by a doll. Hell yeah.
I don't know if that'd be the first time that I've been flashed by something that weird or not. In the world may never know.
Oh man. Look at this fucking schmuck that's in the fucking outdoor state of mind. What a fucking loser.
The biggest schmuck.
Like, yeah, this dude, I was about to say that guy you had in last week, what a fucking idiot. That guy sucked.
But he did have some pretty cool things to talk about and some pretty cool stuff to show us. So you should go check his stuff out.
No, I love Kyle. Kyle's awesome.
That's true. It's very true.
But I know, Tommy, you have a good little clip of some paranormal evidence that you've caught over the past couple of years that you're gonna showcase for us tonight.
Do you want me to leave the doll here?
Yeah, it looks so
fine.
Natural while you hold it like that. I'm like, I could do the rest of this interview. Like,
I guess I don't feel so alone now. I have like a partner with me.
Yeah, like how we're always together. Now you're together. What is the doll's name, by the way? I forgot already.
It didn't have a name.
Well, we got to name it.
What should it be?
He looks like
it's
is
a
it
she.
He or she? She.
Okay, there's not a long shaft coming out of it, so I wouldn't.
She looks like an
Esther.
Esther.
Esther. No, I don't like it. No.
You don't like it? Why? It's old. No. Want something older?
Yeah, something older.
Let's see. Eleanor.
We
got that.
That's not bad.
I like
That's
Eleanor
not bad.
from the peanut gallery back there. Let's go. I like that. Eleanor.
Who is that? If that's her, I thought I saw something fall off the shelf.
What the fuck? No, it's just a hand in the background.
So I guess something I wanted to mention too. If you've never watched What Goes Bump in the Night or their podcast, well, here you are now. But no, that's not what I was getting to. So there's a funny story behind how I probably mentioned this on the first time I was here, but maybe some other people don't know. But I actually accidentally met. Well, Trevor wasn't there, but Riley was there. We accidentally met each other at a haunted cemetery. What was it, like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
That's a long fucking time. I didn't think it was that long ago already.
Yeah, it's been
yeah.
Holy shit.
So I was doing an investigation at one of Michigan's most haunted cemeteries called Nunica, and I remember because it was kind of sketch. We pulled up there like late at night, and we drove
was
by,
late.
and we're like, that we saw like a car or something in there, and we're like, oh shit.
Y'all
So
was
like,
being pansies.
That wasn't
well,
us though.
to the left of it is like a car lot.
Yeah.
So there's a car lot to the left of the cemetery. So we pulled in there and we kind of waited it out and be like, okay, let's just wait and see if anyone comes out of there. I think the car finally pulled out or something, if I remember right.
Yep.
And then a little bit later, I see these like dudes, like a group of people like coming out of the woods from the cemetery, like walking towards us. And I was like, bro, what is this? And they get
Would you
closer.
have called them bros before you saw them? Like while you were like seeing them walk
Yeah,
up, you're
we had
like, they were
crouch.
100% bros.
We had crouch. 6'7".
I
By
don't
like
know.
bros,
Like,
I mean like were they like they had the look of like actual investigators, or did they look like straight up like frat bros?
No, I was getting to this. I was like, it just looked like a group of guys like coming out of there. But as you guys got closer, I saw like the headlamps and shit. I'm like, bro, wait, these guys gotta be like paranormal guys. And as you got closer, I was like, we're all like, what's up? And they're like, what's up? Like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Yeah.
And then I saw the shit. And we're like, bro, don't tell me that you're doing the do. And then we're like, dude, we're doing the do. And
As
then, yeah,
Crouch
so-
and Riley are stuffing like lube and dildos into their backpack, like what? No, yeah, we're doing it.
So yeah, and then yeah, they're like, yeah, dude, we're investigating here, and then
Hell yeah.
that was the night you guys like heard like a banshee scream and all that shit.
Yep. That's actually, if you go to the video we just
Then yeah,
released
the
other
newest
day,
video. Yep.
our best paranormal evidence, it starts the video. Still can't explain it. It was fucking crazy.
It literally, yeah, you're right. It does sound like a banshee. Like that's the
It's-
best way
yeah,
I can
it's-
like describe it
It's
or
a
explain
banshee
it.
yell, as pure as it could be, and hearing it in real life was the scariest thing I've ever experienced.
And I'm super fucking sad I missed that. But I've also had my own experiences there after you guys had gone. That was
Mhm.
fucking wild. And for some reason, our video got corrupted and we lost all that evidence from that night. But
What?
some of the weirdest shit
And
I've
his
ever had
wallet
happen.
got stolen, yes, from a ghost.
And not only that, we were playing hot and cold and hide and go seek with a child entity that was roaming around there.
Ooh, you know that leads right. That actually leads right into the first clip I was gonna play. So you want to just play it?
Really? You gotta love
Yeah,
how the
we're-
world works.
dude. So you want me to share my screen?
Yeah.
You
So yeah,
share
like I
me.
said, like I'll play kind of like each clip and then stop it, and then if you want to talk about it.
Of course.
So give me
Solid.
1 second. But yeah, so these guys I've known for quite some time now. Quite some time.
I think I got some internet lag going here for a second.
Look at how short my hair is, people.
All right, can you see my screen? Yes. No. Trevor, Riley.
1 second. You're kind of lagging for me.
It's you guys. I'm not lagging. You good?
You
I don't
gotta
know
love
what's
when
going on.
technology fails.
I don't know.
So,
I
like,
think they're
cue
lagging.
the-
I'm not lagging. Are they?
No, it's
lagging?
100% our shitty internet.
Yeah.
Mm.
Cause you ain't nothing but a hound doggy.
Actually, I'm gonna put her back up. I'm gonna set her down right now. Just stay there for a second. Let me know when you're ready.
This is not going well right now for us.
What is going on?
Like you are completely frozen on our screen, and every time you talk, that's like a full sentence. It's like, and it's like Riley, Frontier is the worst fucking internet provider we could have
I'm
possibly
actually on
decided.
It looks good to me, dude. Like nothing's lagging. Yeah, see, Helena just said that you guys are lagging, not me, and now you're completely frozen. So, just waiting on you guys now. Can you still see me or see me moving around in the chat? Because to me, they're frozen. What the hell's going on here? What the hell? Oh no!
Oh no!
All right.
Are we back?
What is going on? Okay, you're good now.
Sorry. bad internet where I live.
Okay, you ready? You should be good now.
Yes, we should be good. That's OBS.
OBS people, look at it.
Wait, are you sharing your screen or am I sharing my screen?
You're sharing your screen.
Okay, just making sure. All right, can you see this? Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Bam, boom, bam.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, walk.
Get I hate when it does that shit.
Oh my god, you guys got goosebumps.
Oh.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Is there any spirits over here that want to communicate with us? We're getting a lot of weird vibes over here. Do you want to communicate with us? Thomas? To the spirit of Thomas, do you want to keep talking with us? Yeah.
Are you friendly or no?
Friendly.
If we look, could we find your tombstone here?
To the spirit of Thomas, is your tombstone?
That's
Are we
crazy.
near it? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Spirit of Thomas, are we getting hotter or colder? Cold.
Is it one of the tombstones that is broken? Cold?
Thomas, is this unmarked tombstone? Is this yours? It was.
After further research, I figured out that there was a Thomas O'Neill buried in the cemetery, and it was the only Thomas with an unmarked grave.
Okay, can you still see me?
Yep.
So yeah, that was probably one of the craziest spirit box sessions I've ever had. Like, and
That's wild.
Yeah, the responses are like right in line
I
to
was
your
gonna say,
questions,
and it
and
was
then you
a
find
response.
like the clues to their like answers too later. It's crazy.
yeah, and well, Trevor was just talking about playing hot and cold. And I was like, bro, this
That's
is
so
like-
wild.
Yeah.
And this was the first time I ever did a collab. Like, this is like when I first started. This was at a cemetery called St. Joseph Bertrand Cemetery in Niles, Michigan. And there actually used to be in the smack dab middle of this tiny little cemetery, there used to be an old church. And people like the building is tore down now. And people believed to hear like singing and like there was like rituals done in that church apparently. So not that has to do with anything with like the child, but it just blew my mind. And then later on after that, like I said, I looked it up online and there was only one grave with a Thomas O'Neill that was unmarked. And that was the one.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It always is interesting to me too how like you'll find a child's grave, right? And you'll get voices of like what sounds like an adult talking about the child.
Dude, that's funny you say that because I forgot to mention. So most of these in here are for my YouTube shorts because I already had them edited down and everything. So forgive me for like the little tight screen. But someone actually commented on this YouTube short. Dude, they were like, so why, if there was a child, why is there like male or like adult voices coming through? This is bullshit. I'm like, you clearly don't understand how paranormal works then. I was like,
No,
bro.
not at all.
I just thought that was hilarious. I'm like, you fucking ass.
Like, do
So,
your
yeah, that-
research, buddy.
Yeah. Do you want to play the next one? Just keep going.
Yeah, roll the next one.
All right, I'll
Sure.
play the next one.
So we're over here where all this damage is from the trees that fell on these graves.
We gotta switch the
Are you-
with you.
What?
Oh, sorry. You could do that too, Trevor.
How do I do it? I don't know how
Just click
technology
that.
works. All right, now we're good.
All right, I'm just gonna
Sorry,
go
I'm
back.
trying to say
this.
hi to everyone in the chat, just so you know.
This is another cemetery as well. It's another spirit box session.
There was a Thomas O'Neill buried in the cemetery, and it was the only Thomas with an unmarked grave.
All right, so we're over here where all this damage is from the trees that fell on these graves. Are you happy with this? Are you angry? We're angry.
Wow.
Do you guys not like that they haven't cleaned this damage up yet? Yes. Do you feel like you guys are like suffocating from it, being on top of your headstones? People, something been taken from you, something. Is there any spirits out here that like want like, you know, out of this, or like, can you tell us anything about that, about what's happened here? Do you feel that we're being disrespectful for being here at night talking to you guys?
Okay, so this one was at a small cemetery. It was behind a church. It was called Morris Chapel. This again was in the same town essentially as the last cemetery. There was essentially a couple that hung themselves in the church that's in front of this cemetery. But the funny thing behind this that whole spirit box session is because when we went there, this has actually two funny stories. There was like storm damage, dude. Like there was like tree limbs and everywhere, dude. Like a whole tree fell over all these graves, right?
Damn.
So when they're like, you know, I asked them, "Are you angry about all this damage?" They're like, "We're angry," which I would be too. I'd be like, which leads into the next thing that happened after this. I stopped filming. This was the only investigation ever I had someone pull up and fucking rage at us.
Really? Like you had a Karen?
Yeah, no, dude, like straight up, dude, listen to this. We were chilling there just, you know, and doing our thing. So this headlights come and pull into the little parking lot, and we're like, oh, dude, it was just me and my friend Odie at the time. And I was like, dude, should we walk up to the car? Because they're not going to leave. And we can't just like sit out here. Our car's already out there. So we go up there and there's this younger lady. And she's like, what are you guys doing out here? I'm like, we're paranormal investigators. We got permission to come out here, blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, this is messed up, blah, blah, blah. You know, our family has like family members buried there. I'm like, bro, you probably never even met them or said a word to them. This is like, dude, like the oldest grave in that cemetery is like from like the 1800s.
Yeah, fucking way old.
So,
that's
dude,
great.
She starts like crying, like, because she's so offended, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm telling my mom." I'm like, "Bro, you're like fucking in your like late 20s, early 30s."
I'm telling my mom.
My mom will
definitely do something about this.
So I was like, "Dude, I'm not doing anything wrong. We got permission, just like I told you. We're not disrespecting anyone." So she leaves. We go back and do our thing. And then a little bit later, dude, like literally like 20, 25 minutes later, another car pulls up. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Guess who it is? It's her fucking mom. It's her mom.
No.
Her mom pulls up, this older lady. Dude, she was a fucking cunt too. She came in there.
From.
Oh, dude, exactly. And she's like, our family owns this property next here. We've been farming here for 30, 40 years. And all the audacity for you Satan worship. She literally called us Satan worshipers to come out here and talk to like our dead to talk to our dead family members. And she's like, dude, actually, before I say that, as we're walking up to see her, she's taking a picture of my license plate.
Really? What is she gonna do with it? There's nothing.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what do you? I'm like, excuse me, can I help you? And she's like, yeah, my daughter told me blah blah blah. And she's like, yeah, we don't want Satan worshipers in our town. And I look at her, and I was trying to be nice. I was like, ma'am, we're literally just shooting a video, doing a paranormal investigation. We got permission from the township. She's like, good, because I'm fucking calling them right now. I'm like, fucking do it, bitch. I don't care.
Oh my god,
dude, it was just fucking nuts. But anyways, yeah, that was one of the most wildest stories, just because like out of all the investigations I've done like 50 plus. I have never ran into someone that was such a bitch. And that was
that's when you hop up on the hood of your car and you go, hex. And really fuck with them.
So yeah, like needless to say, after that, I told Odie, I was like, bro, fuck this. I don't even want to deal with this. They're gonna keep. What is next? The husband's
they're just gonna keep bothering us all night. Like,
so I left after that. I already got enough good shit from like that one I just showed you. But anyways, I'll play this next clip now. This is in. I'll just play it.
What year did you die?
Actually, I'm gonna start over so you can hear like right at the beginning. This is a cool ass response.
Talking to you guys. Freddie Lee, what year did you die? September. I kind of want to see if he died in September. I'm going to close the session out. Hang on. What did I just ask? It said September. Yeah, when he died. Dude, what the fuck? Holy shit. Hold this. September. Literally just got a response September. That is freaking crazy.
So that was a fucking spot on response. I'll make this one short, but this was at a mausoleum in a cemetery, I believe in Dowagiac, Michigan. Believe it or not, his name was Freddie Lee, and it was a family plot within that mausoleum. His daughter actually survived the Titanic, which was
What the
actually pretty
fuck?
great. Yeah, she was a Titanic survivor.
That's crazy.
But yeah, that one's a short one. But yeah, that response, I was like, no fucking way, because I didn't even know. We didn't know like when he died, and it said September. I was like, let's just look, because I asked what year. It didn't say the
Might
year,
as
but
well,
it said the month. I was like, bro. So, anyways, I'll play this. I'll just play.
It's not. That shit is not coincidence either. It's not.
No, it's not. It's straight up like spot on.
Did we go to the basement?
Forgot to mention, Kyle showed this on his last week, but this was too good not to throw this in here. Another grade A spirit box session.
Right.
Say basement?
Is that what it said? I thought I heard
basement.
yeah before that. The easiest way would just be to tap that ball that's down there. Really? Yeah, really. Just touch that ball down there.
The door's closed. Yeah, it is. Can you open it for us? Open the door. That makes sense. It's like they can't come in because the door's closed?
Right.
Is that what they're referring to? Maybe you want us to open the door? You want us to open the door for you to let you in? We'll be back.
Yeah. I'm gonna open the door for you.
Will you come in if he opens the door? Go ahead and open the door.
That's so wild.
And forget it. So,
Dude, that's wild.
dude, that was the funniest responses I've ever gotten. And this next clip I'm going to play too is that they're both at the same place. This was at the Morse Performing Arts Center in South Bend, Indiana. It actually just turned, when we were there, it was turning 100 years old. And we were the first ever paranormal group to ever do the place. I remember hitting them up, and they're like, yeah, that sounds interesting, but we don't think the place is haunted. We never really had much run-ins with like, the dead or anything like that. And then this shit happens. So it was just really fucking crazy, because I was
Dude,
like,
it goes to show that even though that some places might not be haunted, that spiritual energy can attach itself to like anything
it wants.
Oh yeah. And this was the first video of mine that actually blew up. And it got over like 1,000 views in like 2 or 3 days, or 2 days, or whatever it is. Everyone in South Bend was like, I had some people hit me up. They're like, I had no idea the place was haunted. I mean, this place is historical, dude. They had Al Capone's son used to go to Notre Dame, which it's at the University of Notre Dame. Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish. And his son used to go there. So Al Capone used to go there for like shows. I mean, you had like Frank Sinatra that used to play here.
Sick.
With some other famous, I can forget all the list. If you watch my video on it,
Buddy Holly,
like classic stuff like that. There's a lot of like big time musicians that had played here. But anyways, this next part is at the same place, and this is probably one of the most craziest things I've ever captured. I still can't explain this, and I've shown this to many people, and they have no idea. So this is it's a temperature sensor. So if obviously there's something there, but if it's there, spirits usually have a cooler temperature. So it will light up to blue. John's seen this. It will go like, and it will light up blue. If there's a hot temperature, it has a red light and it will go off.
Okay.
So this is a spirit box on the temperature sensor.
I've never heard it make that. No, sound like a music box. Like a music thing.
It's not supposed to play music at all.
Do you want to sing us a song? Do you want to sing or?
I remember when you released this video. This is crazy,
oh my
bro.
God, dude.
I still can't believe this.
Look at that. Can you keep,
I don't even know how do you set the spirit box to do that?
I feel like I know what song that is too.
It's
I'd have to hear it one more
It's
time.
literally just the temperature sensor, dude. It's supposed
That's
to
what I'm
usually
saying though, but like it literally has a children's rhyme in it. Like that's the song.
Yeah.
Like
Well, you know what's crazy? Where we were at, where I'm sitting right now, that's like the shower room, but you go over like this way and around the corner, it's the men's chorus dressing room, dude. So it's musical.
what the
So the
fuck?
fact that we were in the men's chorus dressing room and this spirit box on the temperature sensor plays a fucking song was just like, bro, what is going on right now? And I have asked so many people, like I said, and they have never ever heard of a spirit box doing that. It's not supposed to play music.
No, I've never heard of that either. It's almost like when we went to the old Lincoln County Jail and I put on the headphones while we were doing it was like a seclusion session where everybody else was on the opposite side of where I was sitting on the hallway. So they were like, I want to say like 50 feet away at least.
Yeah,
I couldn't
were at
hear
the end
them.
of the hall. Like,
Yeah.
At the end of the jail
I could
cells.
barely see them because it was so dark in the jail cells, and that they were on literally like where the guards would be. I was on the very opposite side of that. So I'm sitting there with the headphones on. What was it? A Phasma box?
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. We were using the Phasma box. And you know, it's not like doing like the like the sweeping, but like every voice that it's picking up, it's spitting out. And I had no idea that it could spit out sounds rather than words. So I'm sitting there and all of a sudden I hear this fucking loud ass foghorn. It's just like, and I was like, the fuck was that? Like, I literally thought this was words. Like I didn't understand it. So like we got done with it. I walked away. I went up to one of the ladies that was like working there that night that had like, you know, worked the area for a long time and was like a what do you call it? Like she was relative to that area. And she was like, oh yeah, literally right next to this jail was a whole canal that used to have tugboats go through here all the time, pulling, you know, like random shit.
She goes, there's a
and I was like, what the fuck?
There's a mural on the
opposite wall. Yep.
We didn't see it the day before.
And they had all the windows blocked out, so you couldn't see them because they had like styrofoam in front of them.
The next day, we came back in the morning to take more photos, and we walked around.
Sure
enough, massive mural with boats painted on it saying 18 something.
Yeah, like Lincoln, like, you know, Lincoln County and shit. Like it was just like
look completely
they
different
had like
than what
kids
the
playing
city
hockey on the fucking like frozen part of it too. Like I was just like, you're fucking kidding me right now.
Crazy. It's great.
Well, you know what that is, dude? That's like residual energy. That's what that is.
100%.
Yeah. But anyway, I'll keep going. I don't want to keep because it's still got like 7 minutes left, but I'll keep going with the next one. But
Did you knock back like this?
Oh,
That was right after I knocked.
dude.
Wow.
Close, dude. Thank you.
Oh, it's in a cup too. I didn't even see that.
Why not? Can you make me set one of these balls off?
Oh,
Before you even did.
what?
All right, I'm gonna knock 3 times, and after I knock, can you light up that ball again?
No.
What?
I'm gonna point right there. That's not from me knocking either. You'll see. It's
Were
not.
you
literally
knocking
not.
on a different, like on a table considered like the bar? So it wasn't even the bar.
This is at a brewery. I have not. This is an unreleased video that I have not released yet.
Oh, sick.
That was a different. That was like a dining table. The cups were set and the cat balls were on a bar, like the bar.
Yep. That's what I thought.
It's not for me knocking, and you'll see.
That's not a coincidence.
No.
None of the other balls are lighting up.
I
And
know.
that's like a big count.
Yeah, you can see now that you're not on the bar, dude. That's wild.
Bro.
That's nuts, dude.
It's still going on.
All right, can you stop touching that for just a second?
Quit playing with my balls, bro.
All right, I'm gonna try this one. All right, ready?
Don't tell me it happens again.
Oh,
that's
It literally just said, "Can you do this again?" And it says, "Agree." And then, bam!
Boop.
Right after I knock, it does
That's
it. You
so
can see
cool.
it's not from me
like
knocking.
our duck.
Yeah,
It's literally like our duck story. Which I mean, if you want to tell that one, you can, because I was just blabbering a bunch.
Yeah, I mean, so we bring a little rubber ducky to all the locations we go when we leave it, but you just have to like touch this duck. And
more like click a
does-
button inside of it.
Yeah, but you literally just have to touch it, and it heat censored, I think.
No, you have to push the top of it, but there's like a pressure sensor in it where it's like it's got to get pushed.
It's really easy to make go off, anyways. But
Is this
if
the
it's too
Eloise
cold,
story?
it won't though. It will freeze. We did experience that at Eloise, but
yeah, we were at Eloise and we were telling spirits to make that duck go off, and it was like we bought it for Meyer that same day, and it went off like on command. What, 3 or 4 times? Was it 4 times?
no, it was like 14 times, dude.
Was it 14 times? I mean, it was a lot. Like
21. I have 21 minutes of video on it on Facebook.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a good point. Yeah, it was going on like that for 21 minutes.
Well,
I mean, I guess I was like in a loop for four times because I was like, this is fucking insane.
Well, when it's spot on like that, it's like, how can you explain?
We had
that,
skeptics come up to us and they were like, I didn't believe in much of this until I saw that duck do that thing. And I was like, yeah,
do that thing.
Yeah, like it was pretty fucking wild. Like I didn't know how to explain it either. I was like, I mean, we didn't tamper with shit. I was like, we literally just came here with some cool equipment, and now ducks are lighting
Cat
up
balls
for
work
us.
just the same though. Like I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
they might even be just a tad bit better, especially if you put it in a cup. Like that's crazy.
So this next clip is still at the same. It's at the same brewery. Randy and I were about to conduct a Ouija board session. We had the board out and everything, and then this is what happened.
Are you saying what we're about to do is wrong?
Maybe what we have to do to get your attention.
Yeah, we've tried everything in our power to communicate with you tonight by helping and touching some of the objects that we put out for you. But now we're going to try to communicate with you in an older way.
Dude, it's touching it.
Thank you for touching that.
Holy shit, dude.
That's crazy.
Dude, it's knowing what we're doing, dude.
Yeah, it knows.
The cat ball is going to?
No, I'm saying if one of those cat balls starts going.
Dude.
More energy.
More energy.
Oh, God
damn.
Yeah, if you don't want us to do the spirit board, touch that.
Right on command, dude.
Leave me alone.
So cool.
What?
Oh.
What, dude? It does not want us to do this.
So that was pretty fucking nuts. Like,
That's
dude, that's when I first got that Mel REM pod.
Yeah.
And I never had it go off before, and it wasn't
Yup.
going off. We were there for 2 nights. We did 2 nights at that brewery. We had the brewery and this building across the street, and we didn't get shit really in that building across the street. But
But right
the
then
brewery,
and there, it was
the
just,
brewery,
woo.
like, yeah, and we weren't like before the REM pods weren't going off, like the temperature sensor was going off. But it wasn't until we were saying we're gonna do a Ouija board session. It's like they were like, we don't want you to do this. The little
Get that the
background
fuck out
story,
my brewery.
a little background story about the brewery. Randy actually works there still to this day, and they, some of the employees, they invited Randy and I to do it. They had some stuff that was happening, like some weird occurrences and stuff like that. But we did. I don't want to get too much into it for like when we do put the videos out and stuff. But believe it or not, there was a school that blew up not too far down the road.
Bath.
No, it's not. It wasn't Bath. It's a different school.
Okay.
It's
I
literally
was
like
gonna say
a block.
that'd be crazier.
Literally like a block away from the brewery. And there was like all these children that died, and they were saying that we think there's a child spirit here, and some of the stuff we got, it was a child spirit, dude, and it led us to the kid's grave, dude. Like the cemetery right down the road. We went to the cemetery and found the kid's grave. So we think that's one of the kids that died, actually in the school that blew up.
Yeah,
it's a pretty gnarly story, and like no one really knows about this. But anyways, I don't want to get too much. I'll play the next clip.
My name is Tommy. I was in here a little bit ago.
Hold up.
I'm here to say hi and talk to you for a second.
Also, Randy has a very nice beard.
He does.
I'm gonna leave you a little
love his
gift
beard.
here.
I wish I could grow one like that.
Right.
Here's some change for you.
It's better than what I got.
Hope you appreciate that. Can you tell me why this broomstick is up here? Do you know why that's up there?
This is fucking nuts, dude.
Dude,
what the
fucking
fuck?
way. No fucking way.
That's crazy.
I literally just asked, I'm doing an EVP report, and I said, what's this broomstick?
Yeah, and it said, but I think it said right the S side.
Yeah.
S side.
So this is
Damn.
literally insane. So this was
Yeah, it
filmed
is.
at the Randolph County Infirmary in Winchester, Indiana. This is an asylum. So the crazy thing about this, that broom and everything has everything to do with this. So there was a girl that was a patient there at the asylum, and that broomstick you saw hanging from there,
Yeah.
they placed that there for a reason. So this lady she was brought in and out of like treatment and stuff because she had like issues. Essentially, I'm trying to word this the best. She took bristles from a broomstick, wired it up, and hung herself from the rafters in that room. She took her life in that room with that
with
a
the
broomstick.
bristles from a broomstick.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Wow.
It's a true story.
Fuck.
So the fact and the lady that was telling us on the tour, she was like, you know, she doesn't like to respond if you ask her like, how'd you die? You know, like, or why did you commit suicide? So, you know, I try to word it the best I could to be respectful. I was like, you know, I didn't say, how did you die? You know, like everyone else would. Like people, I'm like, why would you do that?
What the fuck could you do that the fuck?
Yeah, like a fucking asshole. So I said, hey, you know, like, what's with this broomstick? Why is this broomstick up here? And then the spirit talker that was in the hallway literally said suicide. When I heard that, I was like, dude, this is fucking nuts. And I know some people are iffy on paranormal apps, but I'm telling you, like I've said many times before,
Some of them work very well.
The Spirit Talker app is legit. I don't know what it is.
I got it last week. I'm excited to use it.
Dude, yeah, I'm telling you, dude, every investigation I get like spot on responses with it. So yeah, that was just nuts. And sorry if I can't see the chat or anyone or you guys on the screen. All I can see is the video, so I can't see shit right now. So if I'm not saying anything, that's why. But I'll play the next clip.
Everybody's playing nice.
This is fucking nuts.
Oh my god.
The fuck?
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
These are all the different angles.
Oh my god.
So
how?
So this is one of the people like, oh, you know, you maybe use a string or something. So
no,
this was filmed at a Masonic lodge or temple, if whatever you want to call it. You know, Freemasons in a random town in Michigan. You know Dan, right?
Of course.
Dan Holroyd. This is oh, is he? I can't see. Well, this is Dan's lodge. This is his like lodge. So the story behind this is John, my cameraman, had the nerves, the balls, which I usually doesn't like doing alone challenges. So we left John up there in the, you know, the temple area, whatever you want to call it, by himself. He had his camera. And then Randy had 2 stealth cams placed on both sides of the room. So you had 3 essentially cameras going on there. So, you know, as far as I know, Dan, me, and Randy were like downstairs, and we just see John coming down the stairs. His like legs are like trembling, they're like shaking. We're like, bro, what happened? And he's like, dude, you'll never fucking believe what happened. I was like, what? He's like, dude, that camera just like fell off by itself. We're like, no, man.
Nah.
Sure enough, we go back. He left it there. It's on the fucking ground. We played the footage, and I was like, what? And like
what?
And yeah, so you saw the 3 different angles. Like there was no one else in the room besides John. And then you see, like, you know, I'm not one on like calling out orbs or anything like that, but if you watch the actual
you
video,
see it? You see it?
Dude, but like if you play the whole clip, dude, it's like these like flashing and they're like moving weird directions and stuff. It was bizarre. I'm not saying they're 100% orbs, but it was like the most bizarre kind of orb type deal I've ever seen. Right. So it just all like, do what?
I always try to point them out just to just say that they're there. Like I'd hate to be that person that like just goes, that isn't one.
I'm always
But
skeptical of them too, but
sometimes
I mean,
like you catch things that it just doesn't seem like dust, like it's creating its own light or something weird, like, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's
and like,
going the
this
opposite
is
way.
an older building. I think if Dan's in here, he could probably correct me, but I believe it's this one. They had an original lodge, but this one was from the 60s. But Dan was like, hey, you want to do my lodge? We have some weird occurrences here. We have like doors closing, footsteps, and disembodied voices and stuff. And then that shit happened. And the both times I've been to both of Dan's lodges, just like the craziest shit happened. Like Masonic lodges are just nuts.
That's awesome.
So that's that. I don't want to keep rambling on about each one, so I'll play the next one.
Are these woods behind us? Is it haunted back
This is a classic.
here in these woods?
haunted.
Did it? I really want one of you to make this EMF detector go off for me. I want to know that you're
Oh,
here.
don't tell me. It does. It fucking does.
Letty, was that you that knocked off the EMF detector off your headstone? Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
This was this was at oh man, what's that cemetery called?
Was it windy?
So here's the thing. It was windy, right?
Okay.
And this was with me, myself, Odie, and Joe, which was he's done camera work for me in the past.
Yeah.
This cemetery is the coolest cemetery I've ever been to. I can't think of the name right now. If I think of it, I'll tell you. But we had this K2 placed on this headstone. Dude, like before we started filming, I set it there, dude. It was sitting there for 15 minutes. It was windy, and it didn't fall off.
Right.
But it's just so
you know what I mean?
But no, not even then. Why, when I said I really wish this EMF detector would go off, and then the fucking thing
and it goes off of the fucking headstone.
And then people were telling me the way it was, like the way it fell, like it wasn't like the wind. And then right after that, I said, Letty, were you the one that knocked this off the headstone? And it said, yeah, like it had a confirmation that like, hey, I knocked this off. You know what I'm saying? So, people can think what they want. Like, I still don't know. Like, is it poltergeist activity? I don't know. But just the timing and everything was like, bro, like what? But that's a class. You've seen that in my intro so many times. But yeah,
we need to get a physicist in there though, and like dissect that. Should be like, there's no reason for the bottom of it to slide while the top is not moving forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You're really fucking technical with it.
Yeah. So like, I don't know.
I think it's the timing for me, man.
It is really very like
timing.
I was just say it just doesn't look normal to me is how I looked at it. Or it doesn't. You're right. It doesn't look like a wind fucking gust just decided to like blow it. And like you would think if it was coming straight at it, the most it would do would be like a weird slide.
Turn. I feel like it would turn if it was
or
the
if it was coming from either side of it, it would slide one way or the other.
Come from behind it because
it's got a giant motherfucking headstone.
Over it and, down. I don't know, bro. I feel like
yeah, dude, that was weird.
So, like,
and like I said, dude, can someone make this EMF detector go off? And then bam, goes off. I'm like, all right,
you guys got some really, really invisible strings because you guys are like 3 for 3 right now for fucking duping me if you are, and I don't think you are.
Hell no. So that's a classic. I'm sure most of you have seen that one.
Yeah, that's some fucking prime time.
Now we're getting into EVP, some banger EVP.
Funeral parlor back in the day. Yeah, dude, what was that? It's like, tell us that this was actually a funeral parlor back in the day. Excellent. Dude, that sounded like yeah. A funeral parlor back in the day. Excellent. What? Bro. Dude, we'll play that one more time. Dude, I don't hear the other words. You have an ear for that. A funeral parlor back in the day. Excellent.
Oh, it's clean.
Dude.
So clean.
Yes, that answers it. There's a funeral parlor.
So this one was truly crazy because I actually someone wrote an article about this investigation. This was done at a bookstore, dude. It's called Olympia Books. This was my second time coming here. We did it last year in January, and then we came back in January and did it this year.
Fuck yeah.
And the room. If you look in like Haunted Michigan, dude, like in the books, Olympia Bookstore's in there, even though no one fucking knows about it, it's in there. And the big legend and rumor is that the place used to be a funeral parlor. So when I asked, was this place a funeral parlor? And it says, yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
Now it's funny because that's clear as day. That was a clear like Class A.
Oh, yeah.
But this lady that wrote an article, dude, like I have to give a shout out to her. I can't think of her name at the moment. She's like a wizard. She got all these documents and photos and all this information about the history of the building of Olympia Books. So it was not a funeral parlor, but it was in between two buildings, and both the buildings, they were undertakers. You know what an undertaker is?
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, he's a really good WWE wrestler.
So they, yeah, exactly.
You're fucking stupid.
So they were still like having to do with dead bodies. Also in the basement, there was this lift on both sides that looked like they could. That's why we're like, what the fuck, dude? Because it like looks like they could raise coffins down or lift coffins down in the basement. And there was also this refrigerator area where it looks like, hey, they could store dead bodies.
That's mortuary. 100%.
So was the fact that it wasn't a funeral parlor was a little bit upsetting, but at the end of the day, the spirit could have been fucking with us. Like, oh yeah, bro, yeah, it was. You know,
look at these fucking retards.
Yeah, but like at the end of the day, dude, it's still like it was between two undertakers, and his wife actually, the one undertaker's wife died in a horrible car accident.
Oh,
There's like a weird story behind that. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's still grade A response, and I love that lady wrote an article about it. Like, it's crazy. If you want it, I can send it to you later, but I can send you the link to the article. But anyways, I'll move on.
Yeah, I'd love to read the article, to be honest with you. That's fucking cool.
Anyone that still roams this whole entire area.
Go back. Dude, that's a woman's voice, dude. You don't hear that? How do you go back again?
It's me walking around. It's me walking
This
around.
is crazy.
Dude, it's a woman's voice saying he trapped me.
You listen behind Tommy's voice, like it sounds like a girl saying, "He trapped me."
Yeah.
I just gave him cold chills.
Dude, you know what? It's slaves, dude.
So that was from my most recent investigation that I put out on YouTube at the National House Inn in Marshall, Michigan. It's Michigan's oldest hotel in the entire state. And the whole thing behind, this is the one you fuckers missed out on. You could have witnessed.
I was gonna go, and then I got mandated.
But so you know the place that it was used as an underground railroad for slaves to escape into Canada through the basement. And so the fact that we were down in like the dining area, we actually unfortunately didn't get to see the basement. I didn't know where the fuck it was. I couldn't find it, and I didn't want to like.
You had access to it, but you couldn't get to it.
No, we didn't. We didn't have that. We just booked a room. We had
so
no
you were
access
like,
to the
I'm
place.
a sneaky turtle.
No, dude, we went there. We showed up, and there was a nice young lady, probably like looked like her early 20s, super sweet. And I was like, we're here. We're shooting a documentary in the town of Marshall, doing like historical buildings. Do you care if we shoot some stuff here? And she's like, I don't give a shit. So she's like, so we can shoot here. And she's like, yeah. And then, dude, she like left at like 9 p.m. So we had the whole place to ourselves. There's 15 rooms in the entire building, and only 4, including us, stayed that night. 4 rooms. No shit. So, dude, we were like wandering everywhere. Like, I wish we would have, would have found the basement. Yeah, but we didn't. But anyways, the point behind that is that EVP just kind of correlates with the whole slave thing. Like, he trapped me, you know? Right. That's the only thing I think of. There was another really good EVP we got that same night. It was in the telephone booth, and it was said that was one of the main spots too that slaves would hide in. And it was Brandon and I. Shout out to Exploring Revenants Paranormal. I love you, Brandon.
Shout out, Brandon.
You should have him. Yeah, you guys should have him on the show.
We'll get him.
Him and I were.
You up.
him and I were in the telephone booth. We weren't filming. This was at, dude, like 4 a.m, dude. Like everyone else went to bed. It was just Brandon and I. You know, we were having sexy time in the telephone booth, and he had his recorder, and I said, "Is this a place where slaves?" And then it says hide right before I say the word hide. Like it like read my mind. It was like hide, and then I say hide. I was like, what the? It was just the craziest thing. Yeah, but that was one of my favorite investigations I've ever done because it was just so like random and just like spontaneous.
Right.
And we did not like, you know, everyone says if you look up Haunted Michigan, you'll see the National House Inn. Like it's big on there. No one's really done videos there ever until we did it, like a full-on investigation. And the fact that I was just blown away with the shit we got.
Dude, that video's really good. If you haven't seen it yet, people go check that video out.
It's a fucking
newest video, right?
Yeah, it's my most recent video. Yep.
That's where it's like, man, like I kind of want to do investigations more like that, where it's like surprise investigation. Like I know we asked and you probably might have said I don't know about it, and then we're just here doing it on like pretenses that might not be exactly what we're doing it. But
yeah, I mean that's what I mean.
I'm telling you, if you're looking for easy investigations, I'm starting to do these now. Dude, book a fucking hotel room or an inn. You don't have to say shit that you're doing a paranormal investigation. Just book a fucking room and then just do your thing. It's as simple as that. And you're paying like around $100 for a room.
Right.
As long as you're not disrespectful and loud and shit, you should be good. And
I mean, you're basically paying what Ghost Hunt USA costs.
Oh,
so
yeah. Speaking of them, I don't know if any of you guys heard about this. Kind of off topic and out there.
Super random. I don't even know what we're talking about now.
There's a place. I forget what the name of the actual building is, but Ghost Hunt never paid them for a year of renting out the place.
I don't know. I haven't heard this.
Yeah, it just came out the other day. And
is it up to buy? Let's buy it. Just kidding.
I don't know. Like, I guess they've been contacting them for like the last 6 months, and they're
pulling out.
Won't respond to them and everything, and they owe them like a Wilson Castle. Thank you.
Wilson
My
Castle.
man.
Okay. Yeah, I know Wilson Castle. Yeah.
Is that around here?
No.
It's in Ohio, right?
Is it?
No.
Well, I mean, that's still not that far off.
I'm not sure where
Chat,
it's
help us out. I don't know where it's at. I just
if anyone in the comment, I can't see the comments, but I'm sure someone knows.
We'll handle it, bud.
I can't see. All I can see is myself, like the screen right now. So
Vermont. Okay.
It's Vermont. It's a long way from here.
Yeah. No, it ain't Michigan. What the hell are you talking about,
bro? I don't know.
But I guess bad luck on Ghost Hunts because we always talk them up. So
it's a bad look, but I mean I like them. They're cool. Everybody that we've dealt with out inside of Ohio and in Michigan has been cool. So like whoever's running that shit in Vermont.
But really, shout out to all the people that keep all these super,
spooky places going.
And keeping them looking pristine and everything. Like, shout out to those people.
Speaking of that, I'm going to go on another really, 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 really wide segue here and say Eden Springs. Ooh, baby. I cannot wait for Ghostorama this year.
Wait. Let me play this last clip and then we can talk about Ghostorama. How about that?
All right, cool.
All right. So I'm good with that. So this is my favorite EVP I've ever captured. This was followed by like a shit ton of EVPs, but this
might be my favorite hat too.
Oh, everyone says that. I never wear it. That's when I first started out. I wore hats like that. I haven't worn it in a while until I did this.
You're beautiful.
But anyways, this is a full sentence EVP. It's clear.
No shit.
I'll just play it.
I can't believe it. Yeah, there is right there. God damn it, Randy. Oh, sorry. Shh. I have no idea what it said.
That's a full-on sentence.
Listen, it's like...
That's wild.
Oh, you'll hear it.
Who are these men?
Oh.
Is that why you're telling us to leave?
Is that what it says?
Get out of here?
Yeah.
Play it one more time. Are you sure?
Yeah, let me get that real close to my ear. Oh, you went too far.
Is that why you're telling us to leave?
Did you hear me?
What did it say?
Oh my god, dude.
No. Well, we're trying to.
Who are these men?
They are not good people.
Dude.
God, sick fucking shivers up my spine. They are not good people.
It's so like they were not good people.
Okay, so I'm gonna dip out of this so I can actually like see shit. And I'll explain this. Wait, can I?
Now give me the heebies.
So that last one was again at Randolph County Infirmary. This was in the basement. The basement is known as the hot spot at Randolph County Infirmary. Dude, when we did that investigation, I did that with Exploring Revenants Paranormal. Once again, Brandon, shout out. Wolf Hans Paranormal, Helena, shout out. Randy's Real Paranormal, Randy, shout out. Who else? Who am I forgetting? Am I forgetting anyone?
Out. Weeping Willow Paranormal, shout out. Hauntings with Hodge.
Are you calling out everybody in the chat now
Yeah,
too?
Randy.
I love it.
Kindred.
So
all y'all that stopped in, thank you. We appreciate it.
So, anyways, dude, we did that investigation. It's one of my favorite places I've ever been to. If you've never been to the Randolph County Infirmary, fucking do it. It's fucking just amazing. So we were down, dude. These EVPs that we got, it was like one right after another. I didn't play all of them. I just played like that. My favorite one. This happened at 4 in the fucking morning, dude. We did this shit all night. We got some good shit throughout it a little bit, and then it just fucking died, dude. We're getting tired of shit. And I remember John, Helena, and Randy and I, or whatever, we were down in the basement. We're like, let's give it one last go. Well, I'm glad we fucking did. Dude, it just started popping the fuck off.
That's
dude.
crazy.
I mean, it was like we're having a conversation back and forth with EVPs, like you're on a phone call. And the crazy thing behind that, it says they were not people. That's why. Because we were talking to them, and there was 2 guys that were patients at the infirmary way back in the day, and they would sexually like assault and rape people.
That's fucked.
And steal people's shit. And I think one of them like killed someone. So we were asking like, who are these 2 bad men, and like what do they have to do with this shit, or something along the lines of that. And then it says they were not people. That's why.
Oh my god!
I mean, it gave me goosebumps, dude.
Dude,
like,
and like you can hear like the animosity in the voice too. Like you can hear that it is not happy about it.
No,
that's crazy.
And that was actually there was a lady, an old lady. She was very sweet. That was her kitchen. That's where she, made the food for all the patients and stuff down there. And I don't know if that was her talking to us. But there's also now, like in the room right next to where we were, where I got attacked by a bat. It's in the video. We got attacked by a bat. That's where like this thing known as the creeper is supposed to occur, like crawl on the walls and shit. I don't know about that, but I remember Brandon asked, "Is the creeper gonna come and get us?" And then it goes, "Not yet." And literally straight up, dude, an EVP, it says not yet, like they're fucking with us. So I think we were talking to multiple spirits. I think it was because it was so early in the morning at that point. They had this bell, dude, or you ring this bell and it rings throughout the entire asylum. And that's how they would like tell people, it's time to wake up or it's time to eat. And I think it's because it was getting so early in the morning. I think they were like gathering for their morning food, or I don't know. But I mean, I'm telling you, dude, as soon as 4 in the morning hit, it just popped the fuck off. So yeah, that's just nuts, dude.
You guys are already troopers for staying up that late, because usually we're fizzling out. That's hard.
I don't know.
That's how sure we are too. But that's just like how it. I don't know. It just. I'm glad we did, because, dude, look, we would have never got those insane EVPs.
I mean, those are fucking good.
The same thing happened at Mouth, and that's how Jenna got the photo of that fucking
the Reaper.
That's
what we call it.
The Reaper.
The Reaper. And then we got Megatron, but actually it's like an old Victorian style person standing there. But it's Megatron.
Which leads me to you're coming to Mouth this year. We're making it happen.
100%. We're going to shoot a fucking banger doc there, dude.
I'm getting a mustache ride, whether you like it or not.
If any of you in the chat or watching this video in the future don't know about Mouth Cemetery, we have 3 videos on Mouth Cemetery. 3. Go check them out. Crazy shit happens.
It is one of the most bizarre, creepiest cemeteries I've ever seen in my life. It's
almost
in the
forgotten
top.
about.
It's literally in the top 3 most haunted in the entire state of Michigan. It's literally an abandoned cemetery in the fucking woods, built on an ancient Indian burial ground.
Yes,
Like,
sir.
We talk about it like so crazy on this
We
podcast,
go so much.
but like it's honestly like my favorite place to go.
We've only had one time where not a ton of stuff happened, and there was still enough where it was like this is still worth the trip out here because it was like if we have a baseline now where it's like EVP spikes in the middle of the woods, or we hear like really weird things when we step out of the car, or there's like like random lights and stuff that like are in the woods that shouldn't be there. It's like, yeah, that's pretty normal. Like that's our baseline at this point. It's fucking
yeah.
wild.
I mean, you guys captured some like a fucking shadow figure and like an apparition like on camera
Our
and
first
in a picture.
time there.
Yeah.
First time there.
And not only that, like we 100% had the wildest, like the highest milligauss spike on one of our readers I've ever seen. And it was when I looked up like what it was equivalent to in milligausses, it was like a nuclear bomb worth of like just energy being released. And I was like, what the fuck? Am I okay?
I mean,
And
is it entirely true that it was actually built on an ancient Indian burial ground? Like, is that like, or is that just like a legend?
There
thing?
is
There's
truth there.
Historic like placards there that talk all about it.
So what it is in Montague, there is a lot of water, and it is very close to a lot of bodies of water. So what the tribes would do they would put their like their homes and their teepees and whatnot, and their whole what do I call that? A group of people like that. A tribe? Yes, a tribe.
Village, tribe.
So like their whole tribe would like live next to these bodies of water. But it was like the Potawatomi and then another like tribe that wasn't cool with them. So they were warring all the time. So at one point, one of the tribes decided to poison the water. This is what we have like gathered through our research, which I don't know exactly if it's 100% accurate or not.
I just don't know what tribes.
I know Potawatomi is probably one of them because that's
the
like the
biggest
big,
tribe
yeah,
around
that's
here.
the biggest one up there. So like one of the tribes poisoned the water and killed off the whole tribe, and they was literally buried there.
I got to give a shout out real quick. So Spotted Ghost in here, if you didn't know, he's the guy who created Spirit Talker. This is the guy.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, this is him. So yeah, when I was doing that, I got that EVP right before, as we're listening to it, it said, "Can you hear me?" I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I was like, "Bro, what?" It's like, can you hear me, bitch? I'm in the recording.
Ojibwa.
Thank you.
But yeah,
Dan,
shout
Ojibwa.
out to Spotted Ghost. He's the one that makes Spirit Talker. He's a fucking cool ass guy.
I'm excited to use that app. Honestly, I just got it. Haven't had a chance to really use it on investigation.
He's got a music box one now too. He's made a couple.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a music box one. I'm sure if you hit him up, he'll send you something.
I love that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, he's I've been meaning to try it out, but been so I get distracted at investigations. But I'm definitely gonna try it out.
Totally understandable.
Dude, we do too. We're like, I love the history of it so much too. When you get into a place where it's just old and you can just feel it, like every essence of like the history seeping out of every corner, and you're like, this is fucking sick. Like we might have an opportunity to do a museum soon, hopefully, if everything goes well. And I mean, like, just like the thought of being able to walk through, like literal history is just so fascinating to me.
Oh yeah, for sure. I gotta take a piss real quick, so I'll be right back. So you just keep
bleed that lizard.
Do your thing.
Dude, it wouldn't be me without having to take a piss during the stream. So I'll be
this
right
piss
back.
break sponsored by Dubby.
Okay, let's honest to God review Dubby right now.
All right,
though.
so
I crushed mine. It's gone.
Yeah, I finished it as well. It tastes fucking great.
It actually is really good. It's sweet.
Freaking like so focused and like energized right now. Like I don't feel jittery at all.
So where we're at, it's 9 p.m. and I worked all day and I was like half asleep before this and I haven't ate or anything like that. So I crushed that bottle. Wow. I feel awake. I'm not going to lie to you. Like I'm still in my work clothes, damn it. This is how much I'm dedicated to you boys and girls. Love you guys.
Yeah. And it's all natural. Like, it's
Drop
got
some dubs.
vitamin C, B3, B6, all the B vitamins, and then it's made from coffee extract, and it has neurofactor in it, which is supposed to
It ain't no creatine,
help
boys and
your
girls.
brain process things. So shout out Dubby. Definitely gonna be getting some more.
You think Tommy washes his hands?
No, I do not.
Yes.
Why would you need to?
Perfect timing.
I tell people this.
Do you
If you're
touch
just
it?
if you're just taking a piss, dude, like what the fuck ever. Like you build an immunity. If you stop washing your hands, you build an immunity, and then you won't get sick. But if you keep washing your hands, then you get a little bit of germs. You're gonna be like, oh, I got a cold. Like, you know, it's like, why would you do that? It's fucking stupid.
I'm fortunate. I only get sick like once a year.
That would caught me off guard. I love it.
That was perfect timing, honestly.
It was very perfect timing. I just like feeling my pubic hair in my
man.
chin, apparently.
Yeah. You got like pubic hair on your fucking hand? What?
Yep.
I mean, if you're taking a shit, that's a different story.
That is a whole new ball game.
Yeah, you get like fucking ass.
Now we're playing
juice
two
and
different
shit on
sports.
your hand. Like, why the fuck would you want that?
Technically, you don't even need to use your hands to touch anything when you take a pee. If you're really, really balling.
I don't think I'm that good.
Hey, it takes years of practice.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Cemetery.
And if you have a stand-up shower, it's pretty easy.
Oh my god! All right, we're on to new topics, boys. Not pissing.
Okay, what's this next topic?
Well, theoretically, you could pee here as well. At the cemetery in Grand Haven with the Stairway of Hell. Lake.
Oh
Forest
yes,
Cemetery.
yes. What is that called again?
Lake Forest. Sorry.
There we go.
You said
Yeah,
Lake
dude.
Shore.
Yes, that's the one I was telling you about.
It's on Lake Michigan, basically.
That's the one I've been. That's on my list to do this year as well. And you said it's
Didn't
like
really
right by your house.
Yeah, didn't really
Kinda.
have too much happen until I brought up the serial killer no one knows about, Frederick Coleman. Then stuff started happening.
And he's buried in that cemetery?
No, his family is, though.
His 1-year-old daughter and his wife are buried there.
He was
Oh,
hung.
okay.
He was hung in Illinois.
Yeah, he was hung in Illinois, and they cut his head off and studied it at the
University
University
of
of Illinois.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. I mean,
And
don't quote
his
us on
skull-
that.
No, quote me on it. His skull is still
quote my ass on that shit.
I don't want
I
that responsibility.
freaking, dude, I love the story of Frederick Coleman.
It is
so
really fucking
If
cool.
you haven't heard of that story, go find it on our videos and watch the podcast on him because his story is fucking cool. He
His
literally-
These fucking comments, dude. Pink eye, let's go.
There's
And then
more
fucking
action to be
Dan's like,
seen
he's
when your
been there.
finger
He-
slips the toilet
He
paper.
built the gallows he was hung on himself because that was how he wanted to go out.
Yeah, didn't he request it? If
Yeah,
I'm
and
right,
he had
yeah,
a picture
requested to do
taken
it.
on them.
Well, I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I was telling you guys that right in the same town, like a couple blocks away, there's that house that used to be
Yeah.
a clothing store that someone
Yeah.
like died in there or something.
So
that has
I
correlation with the
actually-
cemetery.
Yep.
Mm.
So in my video of Lake Forest Cemetery, I go to that guy's grave. I can't think of his name.
We'll get back to Ghost Rama.
Saved my life. But his grave is like a bucket, and there's like red flowers. And
You mean like roses?
I went there, and then my dad actually went to that house and did a like ghost tube. He walked around with ghost tube on his phone
Mhm.
and took a video. And he shot his wife. She was like at the bottom of the stairs, and he shot her twice. And my dad got access to it because a family friend of ours they were renovating it, and they were doing the renovations.
What?
And I didn't have
Pays to know people.
Wait,
had
do
a
you,
chance to go, but I couldn't.
do you still have access to it?
No,
No, this was a while ago, wasn't
this
it?
was during the
I,
summer.
I think dude, I'm pretty sure it's like vacant or like what's the word? It's like there's no one owns it, so it's just sitting there. Like
it was getting turned. It was getting turned over in the summer.
this past summer.
Yeah, like right before my dad went.
Dude!
Like if you watch
Do you know
the
what?
video, you'll see.
Do you know what it is now? Like, or do you not know?
No, I don't know.
We haven't been out
I
there.
haven't followed
Well, we
up.
should, dude. You should
Yeah.
fucking go over there and see if you can set something up, and we can fucking hit it up.
That would be fun.
That would be cool.
Because we could do the cemetery and that, and like just kind of line them up back and forth,
That would work
or like
too.
or the
I
same
also-
night or whatever.
So Grand Haven has a like pretty dark past actually.
It is actually pretty fucked up.
So downtown, there's like a Central Park. you know,
And a train depot.
It has a fountain, and where that fountain is used to be a mass burial grave because Central Park was the original cemetery in Grand Haven.
Yep.
So what they did is they picked up all of the bodies there and moved them to Lake Forest. So there's also a mass grave of children at the Lake Forest Cemetery because there was a tuberculosis outbreak. Tuberculosis. TB. There was a TB outbreak, and a bunch of kids passed away because of it.
Not only that, the train depot that's out there, and it's like a historic site now, basically. That's also very close to downtown in Central Park. Was at one point used as a not a morgue, but like a body storage place because there was a boat that like sunk just off like the shore out in Grand Haven, like right off of the coast right out there.
He just went to the museum.
Yeah, I just went out to the museum in Grand Haven this weekend with Jenna and our daughter, and they just told us a bunch of shit, and it was fucking wild. And they were like, yeah, they took like 150 bodies and just put them in the basement because they didn't have enough room.
What?
Yeah, and this stuff is all just right there, and it's like it's all accessible basically.
Wow.
Well,
yeah.
Are you gonna fucking do something there or like?
Yeah, but the thing is, I want to get in touch with the people that have access to the actual train station and stuff, or like the depot, so we can get inside the building because there's only one building left, and it's
set it up for next Saturday.
That'd be fucking wild. But yeah, it's like it's all right there downtown. So like if you don't have permission, Grand Haven cops can kind of be like notoriously like sticklers. Yeah, so I mean, like I'd be down to do it, but I would probably want to get permission for that one because they might actually be like, "Oh, here's a ticket for trespassing." It's like,
right. So Spotted Ghost says that he can send you a download for the app and shit.
Sick.
He said that in the chat, and then Dan probably wants us. Yeah, I think he wants to talk about Ghostorama.
Ghostorama. Oh yeah, I'm down to talk about Ghostorama.
Yeah, unfortunately, I won't be there this year. So
why?
Again,
my annual fishing trip with my dad.
It happened.
Wait. You both were there last year, though.
Yeah.
Well,
he's not gonna be here this time.
Well, there's gonna be like 3 or 4. There's gonna be 3 or 4. I hope you know that, right? As far as I'm concerned, Dan. Like Dan, is there supposed to be 3 or 4? There's 2 already lined up.
I know. I think me and Jen are gonna try to attend all of them.
I definitely want to, but.
I think regardless,
fishing trip with Dad, tough one.
So the first one is at Eden Springs, which is and it's at June 3rd, if I'm not mistaken.
Place is amazing.
This year,
yes.
It's in Benton Harbor, Michigan. All 3 of us on panel have investigated there, including Dan and Helena.
Yep.
She's still in here. I don't know if she's still in here. He said 2.
Way different.
There's only gonna be. I thought you said there's gonna be like 3 or 4 this year.
He has 2 lined up right now.
2 Ghostoramas.
4 Frankenfest. I saw the Frankenfest. I saw they're doing that at like the Jackson County Jail. That's gonna be fucking nuts.
That is swick.
Yeah, Jackson County Jail.
Super swick.
Sick.
But yeah,
I'm gonna try to make as many as I can.
So yeah, if you want to come out to the first Ghostorama, like I said, it's at Eden Springs, June 3rd. Any paranormal teams that want to come out, or if even if you're not paranormal team or whatever, if you just want like a booth or want to come hang out, it's free to the public. So
yeah, it's
we all went last year. How was it last year? I mean, we had
awesome.
bands played, like all kinds of shit. Lorna, my dear Lorna, that owns Chase Manor, she did ratings and stuff there. Fucking nuts, dude. It was a blast.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was plenty of vendors. There was awesome like people walking around that you could talk to. Just it was seriously fun. Like I had a legitimate blast just like interacting with everybody that was part of the community and whatnot.
Yeah, the Playhouse was cool too. Like
the Playhouse was sick. Eden Springs is sick too, and it's a large property. So like if you get the opportunity to explore it, I suggest you do it because it is fucking cool.
It's fucking huge. And if you don't know, it has to do with the House of David. It was an amusement park. They had a stage and stuff, like old I wouldn't say bands, but like, you know, orchestras and stuff.
Al Capone, basically an amusement park.
Al Capone used to fucking chill out there, dude. Like 100%.
They had a sick ass baseball team too.
Yeah, the baseball team, and they say they still have the baseball field there, and the players there still see apparitions of the players and stuff there.
So
I mean,
cool.
it's fucking.
Not only that, there is a whole train like train rail like
Yep,
that goes
there you go.
through everywhere with the train station and all these like small like scaled down like miniature trains that you can technically take out when they have them going or whatnot, but it's also
Yeah.
like just like it is a super cool place to just literally be like,
and
this
these
was
trains
fucking cool.
The trains have been running for God, how many fucking years? Like
Oh,
early
dude, like
1900s.
yeah, I was just say like I don't remember the exact dates or anything like that, but I mean, fuck,
As far as I'm concerned, like when Ghost-orama happens, I think they're doing train rides. I would assume they will. They definitely
I would
have them
assume that
during Halloween season, the spooky season. They have, dude, they deck it out. Like Debbie decks it out, like has all the decorations, the light. I mean, it's fucking nuts. They have one for
Debbie,
Christmas,
dude.
Christmas
Awesome.
time too. Debbie Boyer-Smith is amazing. She runs the whole
greatest.
shit. Yeah, I mean, you want a haunted ass place, like a outdoor, but also buildings, like almost essentially kind of like abandoned buildings. I mean, it's the perfect setup.
And they're restoring it right now too, and they're doing a fantastic job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I admire them. They're awesome people, and
It's
she
a
is one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Yeah, she is. Both Debbies. The other Debbie that runs the Morton House in Benton Harbor, which I've investigated as well. Fucking both the coolest, nicest people you ever meet. But yeah, if you want to come out, I'm pretty sure Dan's in the chat. If you're a paranormal group, I think you get in for free for a booth. If I'm not mistaken. I'll let him say it, but he's the one that's
the train
basically running it.
He'll be on the pod pretty soon, I think.
I'm sure. Yeah, he can explain it into depth, like into.
You just got to hint instead of just telling him that he is.
Yeah. But yeah, please come out. If you're far away, you don't want to come out. But if you're like in
me and Riley
close,
are coming from Muskegon. It's worth the drive. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
As far away as we are, it is worth it.
There you go. If you're a paranormal group, you get in for free.
Sick.
You can have your booth for free. You can set up your merch. You can set up your gear and everything and whatever. It's fucking blast. There's music. There's disc jockey. There's what else? Help me out, guys.
There's food.
There's like they got like the
cosplay.
The mystery machine. They had the Ecto 1 and shit. Like they have all that kind of shit.
Everybody was dressed up.
Ghostbusters will be there, I'm assuming.
Oh, definitely.
All kinds of stuff.
Gonna be there
anything from like paranormal to horror to oddity, weird shit.
Collectible stuff.
Yeah. All kinds of shit.
Dude that was a blacksmith.
Just think like a Paracon, basically.
Yeah, amazing. It's fucking awesome.
And like I said, if you just want to show up and chill out, it's free to the public. So you can just show up and fucking chill out. There's food too.
It's a monster mash. That's exactly what it is.
The monster mash.
The mash.
So yeah,
I cannot wait for that. That is going to be a blast.
I'll be there. These guys, I'm sure. Well, fucking Riley's being a bitch, so he won't be.
I'll be there, and you want to see
of what
me.
goes.
I'll be catching bass.
So Jenna's gonna be Riley for the day, so we're gonna throw a dark wig on her, and then she's gonna be like, "What's up, guys? I'm Riley from What Goes Bump in the Night."
Blur, dude.
Blur, dude.
He's in the chat. He's in the
chat. Blur, dude.
Will there be punch and pie? There might be. I mean, if you come, I'll give you like a Papa Top and like a slap on the ass or something if you want.
I've got pie. Well, actually, I have cake.
But yeah, there's a lot of cool. Dude, I'm telling you, there's gonna be a lot of more cool groups that's coming this year because I've invited a lot of cool paranormal groups more than last year. I guarantee you.
The music last year was sick as fuck, though. I'm not gonna lie.
It was gnarly.
Oh yeah, shout out to Eric Cobra, my boys from Champaign.
Dude, he fucking
shredded, dude. I messaged them. Hopefully they come back this year. I don't know. I hit them up, so hopefully.
Oh, dude, they fucking better because that shit was epic.
Yeah, Randy will be here too. Randy and I will probably
like,
share the same booth.
Like the group investigating is so much different than like doing a small investigation with a small
honestly
team.
Though, because Papa was so little and that Eden Springs is so large, I think there will like if there's groups of us that we can split up and easily investigate and like rotate through places.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, I think
you know what I mean. Like it's not gonna be like everybody smushed.
I think Dan's gonna kind of already has that kind of worked out. You can split people up like really good.
Oh, easily. There. Well, and like You can make us like leads. You know what I mean? Like all of us know what we're doing. So if there's people that don't know what they're doing, just like throw them in a group with us and we'll take them around.
Yeah, for sure. And then also there's going to be the second one is August 19th.
Yeah.
At the Van Buren County Poorhouse Museum, which was where it was originally supposed to be last year.
Got damaged.
But it got damaged by that storm. And I'm telling you, this is one of the coolest places I've been in Michigan. It's fucking huge. It's what, like if you include the basement, it's like what, 4 stories or something like that. It's in every room is different. It has its own little exhibit in every single room. It's gnarly. And I can't wait to see that place again because it's literally one of the coolest. I did a video there, so it's on my channel. It's one of my earlier, I guess, in the middle frame of videos, but I did investigation there. That's the second one. That's the second Ghostorama, which is not too far from Eden Springs. It's probably like, what, 40 minutes? It's still in the same region.
In the realm, yeah. I'll say once again, another drive for us, but that's fine. Not a big deal.
I mean, Ghostorama is where I met a lot of.
Yeah, this is where we've reached out and networked with a ton of people. And literally, it is one of the awesomest things to be able to swap like, hey, we've caught this. Oh, you've caught that. Oh, where have you been? Oh, this was my favorite place. Oh, we'll have to check that place out. Oh, let me exchange numbers with you so we can continue keeping in touch and figuring out where we can meet up next. Like, it's fun, dude. It's awesome. I really, 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 really want people to understand that it is more than like worth the trip just to see everybody that you would probably never just run into in public, or maybe you're just afraid to do it. Like, just do it.
It's definitely like a community. Like, shout out everyone that's in the Young Buck community.
Hell yeah,
as well.
Oh yeah, shit, for real, for sure.
I
did want to mention, like what Dan said. Yeah, there is ghost tours at the end of the night for both of these Ghostoramas. So it does cost money, but they will do a ghost tour. I don't know how long it is, like 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours. So you can, if you want to film, I'm pretty sure you can film.
Yeah, I don't see. I don't remember anything being like off the table for real, other than don't be an asshole.
yeah, right. Basically, yeah, don't be.
The obvious stuff.
I saw that.
Like let's be respectful.
The obvious stuff that for some reason isn't obvious to everyone.
Some people just don't live the same kind of lives that we do.
I saw Drew in here. Fucking shout out to Drew. I haven't.
Whoop, whoop.
I think there's any fucking living history's mysteries. There you go. Fucking Drew.
Because he's a beautiful man as well.
Saw him in there.
The most
beautiful. Yeah, come out to fucking Ghostorama this year, 2023.
If you don't, you're square.
Yeah, you're square if you don't.
Be there, be triangular. That's what I always say.
Be there, be triangular. You don't want to be a triangle either, because then you're not. I don't even know. You're not a dodecahedron.
You're just a fucking triangle.
No, you're a pentagram at that point.
Something I didn't mention about my channel, I'm going to start an OnlyFans for Tommy Amongst the Tombstones. So
no, you're not.
I am.
I love
so there'll be side content that's more secretive. It's $59.99 a month, but it'll be worth it. I mean, it'll be hot and sexy in cemeteries and everything. Like,
are we saying tasteful?
Definitely, probably some
tasteful nudes.
I mean, there's some good shit in there. I mean, I'm like with corpses. There'll be stuff with corpses and everything. I mean, like, it's gonna be like hardcore BDSM shit.
Can I be real with you right now? I've never been this turned on in my entire life,
bro. Subscribe to the OnlyFans.
Subscribe. Are you scared? Hashtag you scared.
Hashtag you scared.
Subscribe.
You scared? I'm scared.
Tommy Amongst the Tombstones. Holy shit.
Coming to a screen near you.
Oh my god. Tommy in your tombstone.
What's going on, living history mysteries?
Oh man.
I could go on all night with these. This is fucking gold mine.
Well, shit, do you have any more questions for me? Like, do you want me to say anything else?
I mean, what's coming up for you, man? What do you got on the table that you want to talk about?
What's coming up for Tommy Amongst the Tombstones? More talking to dead people.
Hell yeah,
more talking.
I'm taking a short break from YouTube for a little bit to catch up on shit, and I'm doing more side videos for my dad's church and stuff that I make money off of and help him out. And so, anyways, I am gonna start doing more Haunted Inn stuff because it's a lot of fun and they're easy to do. But I do have some really banger investigations scheduled out for the next 2 or 3 months. So I'm doing a really cool one that has to do with a serial killer coming up here soon. So that one should be really interesting.
That's crazy.
It's almost like a true crime thing. Everyone's on that Jeffrey Dahmer shit right now. So this is one that people need to know about more. So I won't say anything more about it, but that should be coming up hopefully soon. But yeah, I got stuff planned out for the next few months. There will be more videos, and then I'm thinking about bringing live streams back to my channel, even though it's just a pain in my ass. And
it is such a pain in the ass, but it's so fun.
Yeah, so I think I will bring back the live streams, and I think I will bring back Talk Amongst the Tombstones. I've been taking a break figuring out what I want to do with that, but I think I'm going to bring it back in the form of live streams because people seem to like that more than the pre-recorded stuff. So I will be doing live streams probably here soon. So expect more content. I will be bringing banger investigations and shit back.
If you want to get banged by content, Tommy Tombstone is your man.
Your ears and eye holes.
And if you're trying to get bumped,
you'll get Tombstone pile drived in the ass on my
Tombstone bumped.
I'm not used. This is like the first. I've been on a couple live streams, but I'm not used to doing the interview shit. It's been a while, so.
Right.
But when you rip 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 beers on that, it gets easier and easier the more you do.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, chat. Who's been out drinking now?
I'm sure there's some that outdrink me. They drink that hard shit. You're probably out
the
drinking
tequila.
But yeah, if you want, dude, I'm telling you right now, if you want to be on my show, DM me, and if you want to be on, fucking hell. These fucking two schmucks fucking show. Hit them up. They'll fucking let you be on their show. They got what? You guys got they got shit lined up for the rest of this month. They got some really cool content creators. They got shit for April too.
Starting to.
So
April's already filling up. So if you want to be on soon, you gotta either slide in or just let us
we're like an airplane and we're just going up.
And the thing is we really want to just feature all of your guys's.
Yeah, honestly, I just love talking
evidence.
to people.
I love reacting. I love reacting to the evidence. That Tommy's brought on and Kyle has brought on for us.
I'm in my element.
And sometimes it can be tough to keep up with everyone's video. So hopefully this will
check out fucking Kyle, the previous guy they had on here, that stupid schmuck last week. He's one of my cameramen, so check out his shit.
Yeah,
Kyle's fucking dope as shit.
Incredible.
I
don't think he's still on here because he's fucking lazy.
He's an old man.
Yeah, he is. He has 2 kids, so.
Yep. Yes, sir. I know the feeling.
We want to work with everyone on the community. We want to get to know you guys, and we'll be seeing you around at events. I'm sure if you come out to the ones that we're going to. Or if you got events going on that you can invite us out to, let us know. We'll try and make it work.
I just really want to talk about cryptids, aliens, and ghosts.
Yeah. Then if you got UFO encounters, I never asked you that, I don't think. You ever seen a UFO or anything like that?
And when are we going to hunt for Squatch?
Yeah, that too.
Bro, I know that Kyle was telling me about that Dogman weird skinwalker shit.
I know Drew's all about
in
that.
The fall.
Dude.
Well, wasn't Kyle telling you about that?
Last time we were literally talking about Squatch, about how we want to go to Manistee and go in the National Forest and go find Squatch.
No, dude, we're gonna do that. 100%.
I was gonna say, I know you know about it because we're all about it.
Let's hear your Bigfoot call. What does it sound like?
Isn't that what they do? They do the tree knocking and shit?
That's exactly. I think that's pretty damn close.
Yep. Dude, I've had my fair share of Bigfoot shit back in the day, dude. I told you, dude, I still have 2 Bigfoot costumes, straight up.
I love
we
that.
should make a hoax. Too.
Movie quality.
Just a fun hoax video. Something viral about Bigfoot.
We can do an April Fool's video.
We can do 2 squatches fucking. Be like, dude, you got to capture this.
Jack Link's big jerky. Take a walk in the wild.
Like I said, dude, you just cut out. I have one of the costumes has a hole cut out in the crotch for that very scenario. Yeah, there you go. We can get some red rockets up in the chat. Comment some red rockets.
Red rockets in the chat.
You think Squatch makes noises like how he would howl like when he's fucking? He's like,
Maybe that's what people are
That's
actually.
what people hear in the mountains when they just hear all kinds of
It's
crazy
just
shit.
Squatches getting after it.
Squashes are just
Bro.
fucking.
Dude, I can't. There we go. They got some red rockets
We
in there.
got
There goes
some
Josh,
rockets.
little Haji boy over there.
Oh fuck. Oh man, I mean, how else do you make little squashes?
Randy's like, I'm wearing it now. What are you wearing? The red rocket, the costume? What are you talking about, Randy?
No, that's when you paint your finger red. You stick it out of the hole in the suit.
Dude, this went from like paranormal to talk about like Bigfoot's like doing the nasty. Like
We wouldn't be what goes bumping the night if we didn't talk about Squatch's
That's
fucking.
the kind of stuff that goes bump in the night, man.
Me and
you're not wrong.
Me and Riley 100% are experts on Squatch's dick. Like, I'm not even lying to you. This is the last Squatch episode we did. We talked about Bigfoot's dick for like 20 minutes.
I'm not drunk enough for this. Holy shit.
I'm not even drunk.
All right, that leads us to our next question.
All right, here we go.
UFOs.
man.
I mean, we did just have a moon conspiracy on the show.
conspiracy.
A moon landing conspiracist
Okay.
on the show. What do you think of aliens? Do they exist? Did we go to the moon?
I think they do. I think they all correlate with each other. Bigfoot, paranormal, and aliens. I think it has some sort of connection. To be honest,
That's what he was saying, bro.
Yeah.
It's literally what he was saying. He was saying that he thought they were all the same thing. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, that's Bart Subrell.
Well, you know, I've watched a couple Bigfoot document. I've watched many. What the fuck am I talking about?
What do you mean? I'm an expert.
Yeah,
but you know, if you go back to the Native Americans and stuff, they're talking about Bigfoots have like they enter like a dimension, like a different dimension in the spirit world and stuff like that.
Pocket dimension.
I mean, look, just listen to Native American shit, dude. What they have to say. I mean, it all correlates with each other, like hands down. And it's like when with the paranormal, when you're getting these, you know, talking to these things, is it alien? It could be aliens too. It could be, you know, interdimensional beings or extraterrestrial shit. You never know. No one fucking knows. You know.
My moon
So
landing boy
so,
100% said that they were like literally spiritual beings, like they were like entities that were like God and
That's
angels.
literally what he's that's what he was saying.
See,
It's
I
like,
didn't even.
Okay.
I'm telling you, dude. Like, there's more
crazy.
to it than you think. I think
I would
all this
think
kinda,
that there
like,
probably
lines
is.
Right
up.
on that same like thought process too. Like I didn't think that for a long time, but like I'm starting to like sway my thought processing towards more like it being that realm of stuff. Like that they're all just the same thing somehow, but maybe just a little different in their own
Dude,
ways.
there is a. Give me a second. Gotta look this up. You gotta watch this. It's a horror movie, but it. Hang on.
I
we
think
can
the
talk
same
for a
thing
second.
too. You know, some of it might have been faked, but there's also videos out there.
They
Okay.
confirmed a few more balloons, so
When you get a chance in your free time, watch the movie Bigfoot: The Lost Coast Tapes. It's a horror movie, but it's and I don't like found footage films that much, but this one was a banger and it's funny as fuck too. But it talks in like I don't want to give it away, but it basically connects that Bigfoot in the spirit world in like another dimension. It's a very interesting storyline, to be honest.
yeah, it's not like the normal take on Bigfoot. How everybody's always like, he's just a big monkey man. That likes to fucking kill people.
dude. It's actually a fucking banger movie. Like, I fucking love it. I own it actually because I loved it so
That's
much.
sick.
You got to watch that in your free time because that has the whole connection with the spirit.
Is it
world.
on any of the streaming platforms for real? or
I'm
do you
sure
have
it
to,
is.
like- yeah,
I'm sure it is. You can probably find it on Hulu and all that kind of shit.
right.
It might be
I don't
free on
know.
YouTube if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's sick. I would say I've never heard of it, to be honest with you. So
Oh, dude, you'll love it, dude. It's like creepy. It's funny as fuck, and then it's got a cool ass storyline. They had this like fucking Bigfoot hunter expert dude that they come to, and he's like freaking out about. He's like, "Oh, this shit's real," and the one guy's like, "Oh no, this is bullshit." Like, dude, it just the acting and everything is fucking amazing. Like, it's so good.
love that.
I'll tell you this, I love it. I think it's 1,000 times better than the Blair Witch Project. That's how much I love it.
Spotted Ghost says India set a satellite past the site not so long ago and took a photo of an American flag. That's on the moon.
What else are you talking about? Yeah, no, that's why it's like some of the points that Bert made were I said Bert, I meant Bart. But like some of the points he made were pretty valid. Like you could definitely
Why did
argue
this
them.
move over?
He smacked it with
No, dude,
your
that was a
mind.
ghost. That was a ghost, dude. Why is that? I want to show
Check
my
on that
shitty
doll.
air
Where's that doll
conditioner.
at?
Where'd the dog
Oh,
go?
she's right here.
Where'd the dog go? No, but
She's
like
right here.
like some of the points he made were valid where it's like they didn't have the necessary technology back then to land something on the moon the way they said they did, and yada yada yada, a bunch of other stuff, and how like NASA themselves even came out and said we don't have the capabilities of getting to the moon, yada yada yada. But your evidence is also like, hey, is there a flag there? Yeah.
How the hell else did they get there?
So I'm saying we haven't had
They
any
could've,
other
like,
moon.
droned
We
it up
haven't
there.
had any
They
other
could've
moon
droned it
missions
up
though.
there,
You're correct, but
Right?
Do you believe that we actually
We could've
landed on the moon,
unnamed it
though?
to the moon.
Do you believe, or one
I
of those
don't
people that think it's like a
know.
set, like a set?
I don't fucking know.
I honestly, I am not making my opinion until I watch his documentary.
He
I
made
haven't
good
watched it
points
yet.
because
Talking
this
to him.
is like known that the 90-degree angles in some of the shadows should not be there the way they are, and that some of there's like some other like physics things that shouldn't be the way it is. So it's like,
But
oh
we
fucking
don't know
no.
actually the real physics on the moon.
No, I'm not no fucking scientist, dude. I don't know.
Me either. I'm just a normal guy.
I just think it's
Normal
cool.
guy.
I definitely think it's fucking cool. But this is also coming from a guy that 100% told us that he was 100% afraid to do any of the documentaries that he did for money because he was afraid that he was going to get in trouble and killed possibly. And then also that when he was younger, he could move things telekinetically with his mind.
Yes.
So, I mean,
And the world is ending in a month and a half now.
yeah. So like he had some
That's
valid
what they
points,
all
but
they
there was
say
some
that
really out there points. I
He
liked
said the
him a
world-
lot. He was a cool guy.
He said the world is ending in a month and a half.
Dude, and the telekinetic powers, like maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't know.
Do you know how many people
I'm
have
not
said
judging.
that they think they know when
Who
the
are we
world's
to
going to end, and it never happens? I feel like that's
The Mayan calendar.
it's
That's
a
a big
load of
one.
bullshit, dude.
Definitely
No
gonna
one
try to get
fucking
him
knows.
back on the
but-
show because I'd like to.
Yeah, this is in no way me bashing him whatsoever. Because honestly, I've seen some things that
I'm
can't
not bashing
explain,
the guy
and I feel
either.
like I've had like
I-
premonitions.
I will say that he's full of shit if he thinks it's going to end in a month and a half. Like,
Yeah.
I will say that, you know. So
It
that's
could've
all I
been
got to
a
say
joke.
about that.
It could have been a joke too. We don't know him well enough to.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
But
Really,
mean,
I don't
he
know
was
the guy,
pretty-
but
he was pretty
like,
adamant too that he's
Yeah.
got information that he can't tell us because he will be killed for it. And I was like,
Yeah.
isn't that kind of detrimental to your whole point? Like if you're a conspiracy theorist and you have the information that you could put into the public's eyes to make everybody realize that you're not a psychopath, saying that something that could possibly have been real was not in fact real because of this evidence. You'd think you would want people to see it, but no, he's like, it's too dangerous.
Here's a really, you want to know a really weird theory? This goes back to paranormal. Have you guys watched the newest Death Walker series with Nick Groff?
I have heard about them, but I have not yet watched.
I mean,
I
you know
heard
who
they're
Nick
good.
Groff. You know who
Yeah,
Nick Groff
uh-huh.
is, right?
Uh-huh.
So I recently, like a couple days ago, I watched the first episode and I fucking loved it. Nick Groff is such a chill dude. You know, fuck Zach Bagans.
Yeah, he's very
Zach
chill.
Bagans is a fucking. I love the dude because you know I love fucking douchey dudes that are fucking assholes and shit. And so you know Zach Bagans is cool in my book, but he's still a fucking asshole. But I watched that
Sure, I'm
and
sure he is.
Nick Groff had he was there with Adam Kimmel at Madison Seminary. And it was the theory they were talking about like blew my fucking mind. It's one of those theories where it's like, bro, what? Like you can't even comprehend it. And he was talking about like, you know how the paranormal is like, oh, are we talking to dead people, right? But what if it was more than that? Like, what if we're like, here we are right now, and what if we're talking to someone that's from the past, obviously, but they can hear us in their dimension or whatever realm they're in. And we can hear them and they can hear us. And we're talking through different dimensions. It's almost like
Yeah.
I can't explain it that well. I'm a little bit intoxicated, but like.
No, I get what you're saying.
No, I was gonna say like that's quite a like, you know what I mean? Like a very different thought on something that people probably wouldn't put that line of thought out there. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh man, that opens up so many possibilities to things that you can't explain because it has no reason for being the way it was or saying the way it is. Or like if you hear something in a language that you can't understand, you're like, oh well, that has no business. Like it must be gobbledygook. Well, what if it's like literally just like a different reality or dimension coming through, overlapping ours at that exact moment like that?
Nick was at Brushy State Mountain Penitentiary, I believe that's what's called, in Tennessee, and he was in they call it the whatever you call it, I can't think of the fucking name, the holding the I can't think of the name, but he was in this
solitary confinement.
The hole.
hole.
So he was in there and he was getting these weird responses through this, like, I think it was like the Geo box or whatever the fuck he was using.
Yeah.
And it was like, what if this is just like he's talking to someone from back in the day and it's like their energy from back in the day, like through a dimension is coming through and you can feel that energy. Like it's not even a dead person. It's like, something from the past and they can hear us. Like there they are sitting in that time period, that year, and they can hear us. Like, because in that hole, you're fucking, you can't see, it's pitch black.
Yeah, it's deprivation.
Exactly. And they can hear us talking in the future. So it's like you're a future person talking to the past, and that's still happening. And we're feeling like we're back in, back and forthing our that's not even sound right, but like
back and forth,
back and forthing our feelings, our energy back and forth to each other, and you don't even know it. Like they don't even know who the fuck we are, but they can hear us because all your senses are fucking gone. But in your head, you can like hear this voice, that's someone from the future. Like I don't know. It's just, what
if it's like
if you haven't checked out Nick Groff's new series Death Walker, watch the first episode.
What's it on?
I pirated it, but
yeah, I pirate all of my stuff.
It's on I think Discovery Plus. I think
I was just gonna say it's probably Discovery.
Yeah,
no, dude. What if it's like you can hear people like how you're saying how you can like not dimension swap, but like time swap because there's a part of your brain that you can't access unless you're completely in deprivation.
Dude, that's what he was talking. Like we barely use barely any of our brain. Can you imagine if we could use our whole brain, what we could do and think and all?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Bro.
What the potential could be.
It blew me away, dude. Like when he was talking about that and shout out to Adam Kimmel, dude, one of the fucking coolest, nicest guys. They were both talking about it, and it just like I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, dude, this is fucking nuts. And it could be very well true. It just, maybe we're not talking to dead people. We're just talking to like some kind of energy coming through like our dimension from the past into the future, and they can hear us too, Because they think when you're investigating and shit's not popping off, maybe they're just not there. Like they can't hear us. Like it's only like certain points in time that triggers like this sort of like tragic event that happened way long ago. And like when they're like, I don't know, it's so confusing. I can't even explain it. Like it's just
I'm totally with that.
No, I actually followed all of that.
Like, the time,
but hopefully that makes sense if you're listening.
It does.
When it was storming or something. The energy, I'm sure everyone in the chat could attest to this. When you investigate when it's storming or something, the energy is just so different in a location. But if you go to somewhere, like we went to Mouth and it was cold, windy, like just a miserable night and nothing was happening.
And it was chill.
But we've gone other nights where it was just like super hot, maybe a little cloudy, and shit was just wild.
It was crazy.
But that also ties in like, could this be extraterrestrial shit too? You know what I'm saying? It all ties in with each other. So that's
Do we
where
live in a simulation.
That's what we need to start asking the spirits. Am I talking to an alien or am I talking to a ghost?
But I'm sure, like you don't even if you get a response, is it really? Are they fucking with you or are they telling the truth? You don't know. That's what's the worst part. No matter what your findings are through the 40, if you've been doing this for 20 years or 2 years, 10 years, 15, 40 years, you will never know the fucking answer as to what the definition of paranormal is, like, and what it's truly all about. No one will ever know until you die. And who even knows where the fuck you go when you die?
Yep. That's the biggest question.
No one knows.
That's like the answer to life is what happens after you die.
It's the ultimate question.
I can't answer that question.
It's a paradox within a paradox.
Yeah, I mean, I was raised in a Christian home. My dad's a pastor.
So was I.
I was told, if you follow along the rules of, Christianity and God, you go to heaven. If you don't follow that, you're going to hell. That's
Yeah.
what I was told. And, but there's so much more to it. I feel like I'm not saying that's not true, but there's so much more to it. I don't think anyone will ever know. No one will ever know.
No. Because
that's why we do this shit. That's why we're all questioning and finding this evidence that we're like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is that? But at the end of the day, no one will ever know. That's what makes it exciting. If someone knew, why the fuck would you be doing this? It would be like, okay, that's the answer. Why would you need to do this
anymore? There would be
anymore?
no need to do this paranormal thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But when the question's out there, you got to try to figure out what's happening, because weird shit happens. Photos of weird things are seen. You see weird things with your own fucking eyes. Other people see it at the same time as you, and sometimes they don't. What's that? What's going on there? Why can I see it, and then the person that's standing right next to me doesn't see it?
Yeah.
The other thing is, like, nowadays the whole trend is like demon skinwalkers, and my parents always tell me, because they don't like that I do this shit, and they always tell me like, oh, Tommy, it's just demons. You're talking to demons. Is it? I question that myself. When they tell me that, I'm like, is it really just demons that I'm talking to? Or is it actually dead people? Or is it fucking Bigfoot? Or is it aliens? No one fucking knows. Like, is it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it makes me think about that. I'm like, oh, it's not demons. But at the end of the day, is it? It could be.
I mean, as long as it has intelligence.
Like, it always makes me think, like, when you're out at a location and you get responses to your questions, you may not even be alluding to the history of a building or an area, and somehow it traps you into like finding that out, even if you don't mean to. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
all of a sudden you start getting these responses, and they like can't breathe. Like, you get a voice like that, you say, and then for some reason you're like, I can't figure out what that means. Like, can't breathe, and then you look it up, and oh, a person died because their lungs collapsed, or I don't know, I'm just making stuff up, but it ends up being relevant to the area or the location. Yeah,
I gotta piss. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Oh my god,
I can't hold it again, dude. It's all this beer. I'll be right back. Keep talking about this.
Are you bringing the doll?
Yeah, I'll bring the doll with me. I'll be right back. I promise. I won't leave you guys alone. I'll be right back.
Put the doll in the chair and just leave it there. Let us watch it.
Oh my fucking god, that's so funny.
I don't know. I've just always thought that can be kind of an interesting thing when you don't know something about a location, and then all of a sudden you're getting answers that lead you down this, like, I don't want to say like true crime, like, board. Like when they're putting a case together and they got the strings going to all the different evidence pieces, and you start having like this whole spider web of
the
things,
NCIS
and
board.
then the next thing you know, you're like, oh my gosh, like I got this, and this, and it leads to some answer that may not have been known beforehand by you, or even just the historians in the area sometimes even too, which we all know paranormal has solved true crimes before.
Yeah. So have psychics.
And so have psychics.
So, do you think he washed his hands this time? Because do you think there's enough bacteria on his hands now, since he didn't wash his hands the first time, that the second time that he's going to get like syphilis? Or like something really bad?
I think there's a good chance that he did not wash his hands.
Wash my hands? I did not wash my hands. I will tell you that.
We were just saying, now that there's enough bacteria building up on your hands from pissing twice.
I mean, I could just pour some beer in my hands as alcohol.
Does that mean you have syphilis now, or did you dodge the bullet?
I think I dodged the bullet.
All right, good deal.
But yeah, no, I mean, dude, talking about the paranormal and all this shit can get so much into depth. Like, it's just mind-boggling, man. Like,
it really can. Like, there's so many different avenues of what it could be, right?
Yeah.
And then there's so many avenues of what it definitely couldn't be.
I think we're all in agreement that it's energy. That spirit's most likely your energy, though.
Energy related for sure.
It definitely is. I mean, there's definitely proof of something that's out there that's not normal. Like, this shit's happening over and over with all these people making videos and paranormal teams and stuff. Like, I'm not saying it's ghosts, but I'm
Right.
saying there's something weird going on here that
It's unexplainable.
yeah.
97 Paranormal, Joe Vitale. I hope I said that right. Welcome.
I hope I said it right.
Manipulate electronics around us, but not needing any energy.
Oh, I missed. This makes much more sense.
Yeah, it's true. There is no correlation, but
we don't know that
I was
that's what's
gonna say,
happening for sure.
Yeah,
do
like,
we?
but I also would put my money on that there is it's more than a coincidence that you'll see energy drain in certain things.
One thing that we do a lot on investigations is we use the EMF detector to make them answer a question, yes or no.
What's an EMF detector?
What is?
He threw me off with that question.
What is it, Riley?
Like your K2 meters, things that.
No.
What does it stand for?
Explain what it does.
What it do?
Electrical magnetic field.
And what does it read?
Electrical magnetic fields.
That's good.
Milligauss is the
fair. I'll take it. Yeah, there you go.
You do kind of.
I know you don't really care for the K2.
I just know when the lights light up, it's good.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
I barely use mine.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I just feel like it's always faulty bullshit. Like, I feel like people do. It's like, oh, it's going off. It's like they have like 50 fucking cameras and shit around it. It's like
Melrem. You've been using the Melrem a lot. What do you think about that? Because we can't ever get that thing to go off.
Never does.
The Melrem. Yeah, I just recently got mine not too long ago, and it's gone off. A couple investigations. I don't know. It's very interesting, especially when the shit is like timed. I'm not saying I'm still like questionable about it. Is it actually a ghost or whatever? But it is funny when you tell it to go off and it goes off, or you tell it to stop, it stops, just like any other device. I'm more of an EVP guy. I cannot explain why is there a fucking voice coming through this recorder when it's not supposed to be there. Like, I tell this to anyone. Like I don't give a shit. It's always cool to watch, paranormal videos. Like, oh, there's a mid pod going on. There's a cat ball. But like, bro, show me a fucking voice coming through. I want to see that, because how can you explain that? And I'm not talking about a fucking 60 where it's like, and it's like, oh, he fucked me in the ass. It's like, did it really say that? No. It's like they're just saying that. I'll tell you this. You want to, this is a big thing that paranormal channels do to fucking fuck people, or not fuck people over, but to get people's attention or to track them to the video, is they'll say they get an EVP. I'm telling you that you guys could do this. Just type in what you want it to say, and it comes up on text, and people will fucking, or they're retarded, and they'll be like, oh, it must have said that. It's like, people are fucking stupid, dude. Don't fucking believe anything you do. If I wanted to fake paranormal evidence, I could make like the craziest videos I ever wanted to, if I really wanted to, but I don't. It'd be so fucking easy. I'm telling you, it's the fucking easiest shit in the world.
That's the worst part about it, is people will too.
You can manipulate people to thinking that it's real evidence. Like I said, the EVPs, these fucking fuckers with the DR60s, it sounds like a bunch of fucking nonsense. They're like, the devil told me to do it. It's like, yeah, you type that in and people are going to read it and they're like, oh, well, yeah, that must have said that. It's like, no, dude, actually listen to it. It sounds like a bunch of mumbo jumbo. I mean, do you know the fucking things about the DR60? Do you know the whole story behind the DR60s?
No, not at all. Not even a little bit.
Is that the Panasonic recorder?
Yeah.
The one that they say that records at a different frequency or whatever.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude, it's not worth your time. They
want $3,000 for those. It's like, oh my god.
It's also old.
Yeah, it's from the 80s. It got recalled. And the big thing was because people were hearing voices in it. I'm not saying you can still get legit EVPs with it, but a lot of the times these big channels will fucking have EVPs. Then they're like, and it's like, bro, it literally sounded like nothing. You're just typing in a text and saying that it said that. It's like, bro, that's not what it said. But people will believe it because all these other bigger channels. It's like all these like fangirls and fanboys, like you could put out bullshit, dude, and these fuckers will believe anything you put out is real. I'm telling you, dude, 100%. You get a fan base, and it's all these like TikToking motherfuckers. That all these people are just like young children that watch your videos. You're like, oh my god, they're finding ghosts. They put a EVP on there. That must be a real fucking ghost coming through. It's like, no, dude, these people don't know shit. I mean, I could go on a rampage, dude, if you want me to, about like all the. I would rather not. I'm trying to be nice about this kind of shit, but
let's keep the blood pressure down tonight.
Yeah, but the DR60s, they got recalled. People were thinking they were hearing voices in it. It was basically, it was internal. It was a problem with the internal part of it, where it was making this noise inside of it, and it manipulates the recording where it sounds like there's voices coming through, but it's really not. It's just the inside of the recording. Again, I'm not saying that DR60s can't put out actual EVPs.
Yeah, they still record.
Yeah, no, it's still like partially legit, but a lot of the times when you watch these channels that use them, I feel like part of the time I'm listening to these, I'm like, bro, did it really say that? Or are you just saying it said it like I was telling you? So I don't know. That's just my opinion on DR60s. I don't have to use a DR60. I already get grade A shit with a shit ass
I think it's more impressive when you use the stuff that's not like, let me flash my wallet.
We have like a really old $15 Sony one, and then we have like all three of the ones that we have are Sony, and then we have
I got one from Big Lots for $15.
Oh, I thought it was in here, but it's not. And we have the really expensive microphones. We have caught stuff on those too, but the best ones we've caught have been
100% from the cheap ones.
$15 recorders.
Yep.
That are like from the 90s.
Yeah. I mean, Joe said that it's from the 90s, but either way, the DR60s waste of fucking time. Don't waste your fucking money on it. Fucking junk. If you want to pay $3,000, buy it off eBay, and for the thing to break within a week, that's on you. That's I'm not.
Dude, the ones I bought off
I just
eBay,
don't care to use. I don't want to pay the money and use them.
Got these weird ass recordings on them that are freaking scary, and they, for some reason, in my backpack, it'll just start playing them when we're in a really haunted place.
It's fucking weird.
Weird. Almost every time shit's gonna pop off. Those recordings have played out of nowhere.
It's happened 4 times now.
Yeah. And my walkie-talkies, too. My walkie-talkies have gone off tons of times by themselves.
Right. Yeah, and like Dan said, old school stuff still works. You can still, I mean, I love like the old school ways like of investigating.
I think that's
stuff,
the best way to do it, man. You don't need to get super.
But like, I know there's people that want to use newer recorders, like the pristine shit. Like I think you guys have some of those what are they called? The HN1s or whatever the fuck they're called.
I don't know what the exact name is, but
they are. But
we were graciously gifted those by Riley's dad.
Yeah, they're freaking sweet, and they have caught stuff for us before.
Yeah. It's just like if you don't want to pay that money, then I don't know. I don't have a problem with using older recorders or anything like that. I don't personally use new record. The recorder I use, it was $15-20, dude. Like it's just, and it's.
You don't have to be rich to paranormal investigate. You just don't.
No, you don't. You really don't. You don't have to buy the top of the line shit to get good shit. You
honestly don't even need electronics to investigate for real.
You don't. No, you can just go use your senses, man. If shit's gonna happen.
I would recommend, like, if you want to do, like, if you're just starting out, I definitely bring a recorder.
Yeah, that'd be like the one thing that you would probably really want. Other than that, I would say you could pretty much just go and like be a part of the moment, because that's sometimes what I always forget. When
you can feel it.
I need to be a part of it.
Like legit,
like, you know what I mean? Like you're there, but you're not there because you're so like, I gotta get this evidence. I gotta make sure I'm doing everything correctly. And then you're like, oh wait a minute, I want to enjoy this too. Fuck.
Right. That's like where it's hard for me. Like making videos is like I'm so like in the investigation.
Being a content creator is like
that, like I don't have. Sometimes my brain isn't even thinking about the video. Like I'm just so like in the moment, taking everything in and enjoying myself, having a good time with my friends and doing something that I.
Oh yeah, I still do that too. Like I'll go over to Randy's. We'll go to like a cemetery. I won't film. I'll just do it for the fun of it because I love doing it. Like and yeah, like, Haley, I have made a makeshift dowsing rods out of a coat hanger, basically. So I mean, like you don't have to put a lot of money into it if you want to do it.
Yeah, when I was a kid, we made a Ouija board with a piece of paper, a crayon, and connect blocks for the Oracle.
Oh wait! You gotta have Riley tell about his Ouija board story and why he doesn't like them.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay, for you people that
Just
are
you, baby
watching
boo.
live in the chat, and for the people that are going to watch this later, the reason I don't like Ouija boards goes back to when I was 12, 13, 14 years old, somewhere in there. Me and my sister were watching ghost shows, and we were living in this house. We had just moved there. It was an old farmhouse, and it was surrounded by blueberry fields. And we started playing with this Ouija board, and it would move by itself, like aggressively. And we became so obsessed with this Ouija board that we would do it everywhere on the property. We did it in the basement. We did it in the living room. We did it in our rooms. We'd do the Ouija board out in the yard. Didn't matter where we were doing it. The Ouija board would move. Then shit started happening around the house.
The spirit talker is the shit.
For sure. And so me and my sister and her friend Ariel were super into talking to the spirit. Things started happening around the house, like I said. Like I would be in my room, which was upstairs. There was like this long hallway, and then there was a bathroom as soon as you walked up the stairs, and then my room at the end, my sister's room to the right as soon as you got to the top of the stairs. I would be in my room, she'd be in her room, and the bathroom sink would turn on by itself, and then the light would flick on and off twice. And then I would go and be like, Mel, what are you doing? And she'd be like, I didn't do anything. I've been in my room the whole time. I thought you were in the bathroom. And I was like, no. So that would happen quite often. And then we continued to play with the Ouija board, talking to this guy who I won't say his name because I just don't do it.
Trevor?
He ain't trying to get him back.
No, I ain't trying to bring him back because I believe from what he was telling us, from what I remember, is he was a child molester. He lived on the property, not in the house, but on the property. His house was there in like the 1800s. And he would kidnap little boys from downtown Grand Haven and bring them to his house and kill them. That's what I remember him telling us. Like we had journals of this shit. I wish we still had it.
Giggity.
And one day I was sleeping on the couch and I woke up to like what felt like hands around my neck, like choking me. I couldn't get up. I was in total sleep paralysis. And I then was able to get up and I went to the bathroom and I had red marks around my neck.
Ugh.
I was a kid when this happened too. Like it's like half my life ago.
He was teeny tiny.
Then we had a family Thanksgiving. I believe it was Thanksgiving or it was a Sunday where the family came over and me and my sister were like, this house is haunted. We'll prove it to all of you. So we brought out the Ouija board and it was moving in front of everyone. And then we asked it. So this is when Livestrong bands were still popular. That's how long ago this was.
Hot damn.
I placed one on the table and I had my finger on one side of it, just one finger on one side of it. We asked the spirit to move the Livestrong band in front of my entire family, and it pulled it forward from underneath my finger to where it sprung back to itself. Like it got stretched and then sprung away from my finger, and my finger was still in the same spot, and it had moved in front of my finger. Literally physically impossible for it to do it by itself.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
And you have not used a Ouija board or spirit board since then.
He's scared.
What would it take for you to do it if you did one with me?
He won't. I will.
I don't know, dude. I've been looking at buying
what you've told me.
It'll happen again.
You've told me this story before, and it's like I've gotten some weird shit with Ouija boards, but usually most of the time it's like a whole lot of nothing. So it's like I don't think you have to be much afraid. But I mean, if that actually happened with what you were saying, like I would be fucking skittish too. But I'm telling you, I've been using them, and it's like it's just iffy. I think it creates energy around the room, but as far as like the board or the planchette moving, it's very rare. To be honest, I feel like it's just people bullshitting. I love Ouija boards. I think they're cool. I think it's the aesthetic, like the whole aesthetic.
I've never used
one. But like, Really?
Never once.
It's an experience. You can feel it. Like there's definitely something with it.
weird.
Like, but
I've always been skeptical about it too. So
No, dude, when
I don't
it
know.
moves, you know it's moving on its own. Like it's weird. It's totally different than what you think it is. Like you can tell if someone.
I
is moving
immediately
it.
am like, "You're moving it." Like I'll take my
right.
finger off of it, bitch.
Bye,
Like, you're
Helena.
moving it.
But I'm
See ya
saying people will
very
say
soon.
like, "Oh, don't mess with Ouija boards. You know, it's the devil, it's demons and shit and all that. You're gonna fucking have some dark spirit come in your house." I'm like, dude, it's just another way or another form of connection or interaction with spirits. It's the same as using a spirit box or like Dan was saying, like
mirror scrying, too.
recorder. Yeah, it's just that's all it is. It's
I
there's
think
nothing more
the
to it.
difference-
Like
The difference
I'm
would
telling
be
you.
that me and my sister were living in the same spot that we were doing it. So like we were constantly around the spirit. So I think that's why it got maybe more comfortable with us and like that's why it was lashing out and doing things. Like think about it, like it choking me. I was a young boy. Right? Like it fit the story that he was telling us.
Yeah, for sure.
Like that's just something that's always stuck with me for like a really long time. Like that's one paranormal experience that like was actually violent, I would say, because like it actually left marks on my and 14 years later I still
I
can tell
thought
the
you
story,
were gonna say it left marks on my dick. I was like, oh,
it might have done that too, bro. I don't know. I got molested by a ghost.
Now you got Danny's like he has a whole speech about Ouija boards, so you should talk about that when you have him on.
You ever had sex on your course with a
Dan's gonna go on for years about that. I can already tell. But yeah, no, it's just another form of interaction you can have with spirits. That's all it is. It's just another tool you can use to communicate. There's nothing more to it. It's not the fucking devil himself is not gonna come through it. Like I promise you. Like I'm not saying that can't happen, but from my experience, it's really nothing. Like I remember the first time I used it, I was so scared and paranoid, and I was like, "This is it." I'm like, "This is fucking nothing."
This is nothing.
But I mean, everyone has their own opinions about it, which is fine. It's just my opinion
Right.
is like, it's really not. It's not as bad as like the movies like put it out to be. You know,
Right. I mean, fuck. I'm afraid of spiders, so like, be afraid of what you want.
Yeah, it's what I'm saying. Everyone has their own experiences with it. You know, I feel like a lot of it's overhyped and people just bullshit about it.
Right.
But it's really not as bad as you think. That's all I have to say about it. 100%. I like Ouija boards. I think they're cool. Like I said, the whole aesthetic is like, ooh, it's old
I do
school.
think they're
You're
pretty sick.
contacting dead people through a fucking board game. It's like, okay. I mean, hell, I have fucking Ouija board shit, and there's you probably can't see it, but I have a
pillow
fucking
right behind you.
Your
There we
pillow.
go.
Yeah, I got one hanging up.
Yeah, like straight up, like yeah. I love the
I love
aesthetic.
it.
I think it's cool. God, this fucking thing, I got it. There we go.
But can you do them by yourself? Is that possible?
I think it's recommended that you do it with one, like two people at least. I think you can do it by yourself, but I don't know. I don't know all the rules.
That'd be pretty crazy, I think. Might freak me out a little bit too much, honestly.
I don't know. I mean, I'll do a Ouija board session right now. I don't give a fuck. Like, it's just, I doubt anything will happen. Dude, he will tell you, don't leave a planchette on your board. You know, put it back in the case and everything. I'm like, dude, I have a spirit board with the planchette on it.
On the table behind you. Has that ever moved? Been in a different spot?
This
no,
is not
the one on
actually
your table. The one on your table behind you.
That's just a planchette. That's a giant planchette.
Has that ever moved on your table? Has it been in a different spot?
No, but I will say this. So when I go to film I just recently started filming narrations with Kyle, right? I put it at the first video I did this year. We were, the first time I came over for narrations, he was filming me and we were talking, fucking around. And I had the spirit board with the planchette I've used sessions with, and it fell over 3 times while we were recording. So I don't know if Kyle claims his house is haunted. So I don't know if it's the energy from the board and then like mixing in with the spirits at his house, but it did fall over 3 times. It was very weird.
I mean, I feel like everyone's opinions on them is so So
I mean,
wide. Like, you mean I have my experience with it some people maybe have used them 100 times and had nothing happen, right? So
Yeah.
it's the same thing with like EVPs too. Like you could use a recorder 100 times and you might not catch anything.
Mm-mm. Unless you're me.
Yeah, apparently you have good luck with it.
Dude, you have no
Keep
idea.
rolling.
Like I've had so many people hit me up what recorder I use. And I'll tell some of them, but like I'm telling you, I don't know if it's me or the recorder, but I do get really good EVPs, and it's weird. It makes me wonder like what the fuck is going on.
Does make me wonder as well.
Yeah, the crazy experience I had with the Ouija board was with Helena at Chase Manor in the barn, which is from the 1700s.
I was gonna say I've seen that video.
we were in the barn, and basically, I've never really seen a planchette move. It was moving. I can't explain it, and it spelled out kid. Now, come to find out, we didn't really know, but there was I forget how many kids were murdered in that barn. And right after we got off the session, the first time ever I had a REM pod go off for the first time. It was on the top of the steps in that barn. Right after we got out of the session, the REM pod went off. And then after that, we got a fucking Class A EVP. So you tell me, is the shit bullshit or not? It just lined up. Like it was just like the whole scenario was bonkers, dude. Like it was just. So I don't know. Is Ouija board, are they legit? I don't know.
I think they would be. I think they are.
I mean, like I said, like Riley had that experience, so obviously people have experiences with it because everyone's so terrified of it and think it's like demonic shit. But I don't think it's necessarily demonic shit.
Right.
In my opinion. In my opinion.
I agree. I think there's a stigma around it, but it like realistically does not work for everybody. Like I think you have to be open to it, and you have to be like somewhat like in tune with the frequencies that it puts out.
I'm like I said, I'm just saying it's just for me, it's just another tool to use, just like any other paranormal device. It's just like your spirit box, just like your K2, an EVP session. It's the same type of deal, just old school. That's all it is. Or like a pendulum or dowsing rods. You're still communicating and trying to, you're letting in spirits to come connect with you and interact with you. That's literally all it is.
So fucking crazy. Well, shit, dude.
Yeah, I
this
think
has been crazy.
It might be time to wrap this live stream up. We're hitting 10 o'clock.
That's fine with me.
Everybody's got lives tomorrow.
Yeah, it's getting late. Thank you, Helena, for staying up late with us. She will be on the podcast next week.
She'll be naked. She's going to be naked. That's what she told me.
I have a wife. I don't know if I can see her.
She will be joining us.
Who is it on St. Patrick's
Everything
Day?
is Scary podcast coming on the show next week on the 16th. And then we got Randy coming up. I believe on the 22nd. I have to check my calendar real quick.
Our schedule is so full.
Some bangers. You got some bangers.
We got some crazy episodes coming.
We got some of the favorites.
So you got Exploring Harley. You got Exploring Harley coming on too?
Yep.
Exploring Harley at the end of the month on the 31st.
You'll fucking Harley's a sweet guy. He's a fucking cool ass guy. He has a lot of stories.
We'll announce April as we get closer, but some of them have been in the chat tonight, so
I've been popping off.
It's getting crazy.
The most love for everybody that spent this whole 2 hours with us, because fuck yeah, you guys.
Yeah, thanks for sticking around. Literally since the start, you guys have been.
It literally always
chat.
happens.
Weeping Willow's back. Thanks for coming back.
Hey, Cassie. Sorry, like all this earlier when I was playing those videos, I couldn't see anyone. I couldn't see the chat or see you guys, so I couldn't see any of the things that were going on. So if I didn't say hi, I'm sorry.
I was trying to throw them on the screen.
We're doing.
Well, I still couldn't see them because the fucking video.
Oh, really? Because you're
no. Oh, yeah, when you're sharing the screen, I can only see the video, so I couldn't see you guys or the chat, so I couldn't see shit. I didn't know what was going on.
He was flying blind.
Get your discount on W down below.
So yeah, dude, it was a banger, dude. It was a lot of fun.
Put that banner up there.
Yeah, so I'll be on their next podcast tomorrow night. I'll be on again.
Season you are.
You want round 2? We're doing it again.
Yeah. So if we don't have something scheduled with you and you want to get on the pod, just
Yeah, hit them up. These guys are
Please.
fucking these guys over here. They're hilarious. They're good guys, and they, you'll have good conversations with them. So definitely,
We're very open-minded, and we like to talk.
If you want to be on their show, the podcast,
Willow,
whatever, yeah, have Cassie on.
I'm down.
All these people
We
in
can
the
talk about
chat,
anything.
there's a lot of great people.
Literally, if anybody wants to talk more
We're
than
gonna get
just
a hold of you,
ghosts,
get
like
that
true
app.
crime too.
Oh
fucking
yeah,
talk true crime. I fucking love everything.
These guys talk about everything. Like they talk about all the
I play
everything
Magic
that
the Gathering.
goes
We play
that goes
hockey,
bump in the night.
Everything that goes
D&D.
bump tonight.
OnlyFans.
I'll talk about anything.
Yeah.
I did OnlyFans at one point.
And
hell yeah.
If you agree, give this video a thumbs up.
And if you think Tommy is sexy, post mustaches in the chat.
Mustaches in the chat.
Wait, is there even a mustache? Is there a mustache emoji? Because I've looked for
There
one. I don't
has
know if
to
there was.
be.
I don't even know. I can't even type.
Or
it
just
out.
like do like the cowboy hat emoji, because then it's like it's kind of
Oh,
the
yeah.
same.
Or the sunglass, though, the face with the sunglasses.
Or the sunglasses too, because
With the
he's been doing
cigarette emoji.
so much of the cocaine because he can't see his eyes, otherwise it'd be so bloodshot.
And if you haven't yet, definitely check out some of our older podcasts. We have some great stories on there. We've written our own stories. We had artificial intelligence write us some stories.
Hell, I'm even on there. We talked about what?
Yeah.
We talked about what?
There's
Michigan's
another
most
interview
haunted
with
cemeteries.
Tommy, where we literally talked about cemeteries for almost 3 hours, like we did today. Just another great fucking talk. And yeah, if you are new to either of us, all of our links are down below. Go give us subs, follows, likes, watch our videos. Show
These
your
boys
friends.
They'll be at. God damn it! They'll be at
Ghost-orama coming up.
Ghost-orama, yeah. Well, Riley won't because he sucks. But
All the
Trevor will
shameless
be there.
plugs, fill them in.
Dubby.
Again, Dubby keeping us fueled today. And remember,
Fucking
folks,
Dubby.
to keep your ears and eyes open. What really goes.
Bump in the night. Yeah, that was the worst handstand I've ever done in my entire life. It's Dubby for you. Wow.
I'm sorry. That's all I heard.
My watch
All right.
decided to talk.
Peace out, everyone. Have a good night.
I love you guys.